Well, everybody, that's a blast from the past. From those who were around back when I was running on Norse Foundry, that is the intro we used for it. And I figured, fuck it, let's bring it back. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Blade Runner Working Hands tonight. I'm super excited for this. It's been a week. I busted my butt with the John Wick stuff, turned around this morning and had to get myself all prepped for some Blade Runner. We're starting off in the thick of it this week, everybody. And I do mean the thick of it. We are in a pachinko parlor with our Blade Runners on a RepTech case. They're looking into a missing girl from Case File 1, if you played that. And they found some other really weird stuff, like pouches of blood with skin were handed over to them, and there's 2 chase scenes that we did simultaneously, and now one's getting ready to sort of start again with Henry. But that's not where we're going to begin. No. We're going to begin in the stressful situation of a 6'7" replicant with a full automatic gun pointing at Lennox Watson, our intelligence person for the show. Moxie, I don't feel bad.
In what universe do you think I thought you felt bad for the past week?
None. None at all. No, I don't think that was...
our friendship.
Yeah. No, I never thought for a moment that you went, you know what, Eric is going to feel really bad about this. Because I don't.
You know, Eric's going to lay his head on the pillow tonight and not be able to sleep because he feels so bad.
Are you kidding me? That's what helps me sleep.
Never. Yeah, there is no doubt in my mind that my panicked face is what you dream about at night.
Ooh, no, but I'm going to now. I will put that in the arsenal. So, yep. Lennox is in a pretty shitty situation right now. And, Drew, I feel bad now. Don't feel bad. We talked before the show. You were just on point. So, how are you planning to handle this? As a Blade Runner, your job is obviously to take out replicants that are no longer fit for their jobs. And you know he's a replicant. There's a lot of people who don't. He's a very large-statured Samoan who is over 6'7". He easily tips the scale over 300 pounds. And he runs a pachinko parlor. And you know that this pachinko parlor is actually a place for repairing replicants. Where they come in and get things glued, get upgrades, get fixed to make sure they're okay. They can secretly re-baseline here for the higher-end models. Which is highly illegal to do it this way. And then you know that he kind of is like a safe haven for replicants and all models. So, he is pointing a full automatic at you. It is not a great situation for Lennox to be in, being that she is the non-combatant.
Correct.
What do you want to do?
I made the medical aid person because I was like, everybody's going to go shoot people and someone will need to heal them. And now I am alone.
This is true. So, this is very true. Do you have a plan?
We're working on it. I have a few plans depending on how this goes.
Okay.
Because I'm like the tech person and I established this last episode, so I assume this is fine. But she's like very teched out. Like my jacket does a lot of things that a normal jacket doesn't do, but like
sure.
By hitting like a certain part of my jacket, I can like call Marla and things like that. Because I have that, I would like to at the same time hit something that calls Marla so she can listen into the conversation and that like projects like the last thing my jacket would have seen, which I would like to be those blood bags.
Yeah, there's a slight problem with this. Now, I will say you are sitting at his desk, so you can see a monitor. And that monitor, this place has a ton of security, and you're in the equivalent to like a Faraday cage right now.
Cool. So I can't get anything out, but the projection thing will still work, right? Because it's in here.
What projection thing?
I wanted to hit 2 buttons. Call Marla was the first one, so that doesn't work. Fair enough.
You get static. Unless you can turn the Faraday cage off, it's static.
Okay. So, but the second thing I wanted to do was I wanted my jacket is tricked out to where it will show something that my jacket has seen, essentially. Like if I'm holding something and like a small camera on my jacket has seen that thing.
Mm-hmm.
To like project that image again. I want to project the blood bags with the skin. Like
how I would have area is like part of your conversation.
Yeah, how I would have had it on the table in the lab. Like how I would have had all of the things laid out so you could see all of it. I
think that's fair. I will even give you an advantage.
Thanks.
Because you don't know what's going on in the background, but that definitely would cause an advantage. Only if what you say also matches up. So what would you like to say to him? He opens the case behind, he pulls out the full automatic, and he aims that with one hand, the full automatic at you. His other hand closes the case behind him. What are you saying to him?
Okay, so this is already laid out because I would have pressed the button while
it's like simultaneous. Yeah. You gotta remember, these are scenes, so they're not combat rounds quite the same.
I'm just making sure. I want him to turn back around to this so he has to think for a second when he looks at me.
He stopped. He does not pull the trigger right away.
Okay.
But you're still gonna have to tell me what you're saying for that to really take an effect. Just putting an imagery in front of someone isn't gonna fix problems.
It's not quite enough, but it is an advantage.
It is. Now, there is a lot of cards we can play. There is, and I know someone, which you can use to help you in scene.
That's what got me into this bullshit. Why would I play that again?
Well, because you did know somebody, but you handled it poorly. Just because I know you, but if I come up to you and say something horrible, me knowing you isn't going to do shit.
Fair enough.
You called him out in his livelihood and what he's doing. He's like, sorry, man, I got to get rid of you. So there is that. There is a ignore it. You can ignore disadvantage, which I will play because you are at disadvantage right now because you are in a locked fucking room with a large replicant. So I will play that from Kyle.
And then I get advantage because of my thing.
And you get advantage because of your thing. That is correct. There is also some cards you could do if you need called distraction. Something can cause a distraction outside of the scene if you need it, which could be anything that you want. And there is also, if you want to grapple him, there's some bonuses. Break the rules is a card that got played by Kyle. Break the rules allows you to gain a second advantage.
I'll take that. Fuck the rules. You're right.
It allows you to do it. You have to have a way to get the second advantage.
Okay.
Because normally they don't stack, they wash.
Yes.
So if you have a way to get yourself a second advantage in this scene,
that'd be real helpful, wouldn't it?
I mean, it's up to you if you do. I don't know.
Oh, can I say, because we do know each other, and I thought about this the other day.
Okay.
And I know last week he said something along the lines of like, most of the time I see you, you need something from me. I would like to say that because I'm such a tech person, that I have not necessarily helped him with hands-on repairs because most people would not trust me to be in the room, but that I have gotten him parts from replicants that I have retired. That I have looted and delivered them to him when he's needed something that he's not had.
If you're willing to make that canon, I'm fine with it.
I'm willing to make a canon. Let's go.
Okay. So
this is 4 episodes. Let's go.
Trade.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to mark that you trade replicant parts.
Yep.
Rep parts to Cujo. All right. I am fine with that. You should probably be happy that your audio didn't go through saying that. So what do you say? Yeah, imagine if she heard you say that out there as a Blade Runner.
Oh yeah, good point. I wouldn't have said it out loud had she been on the phone.
Well, we don't know that. So with that said, what are you saying to him? I will give you double advantage. We'll play Kyle's break the rules, giving you double advantage.
Thank you, Kyle.
What do you want to say?
So, this was dropped on my doorstep, and it's not human, and I just came because I need help identifying it. It's a kid. And you and I both know that I only take out shit people, and I'm not about to take out a child.
All right. And what skill are you using for this?
Let's go with... Can I use tech here as a, like, this is my projection thing? I thought I'd give it a shot. I knew you'd say no.
You can know that one.
Connections, maybe?
Usually it's not connections. Usually it's your talking. It depends on the direction you're trying to take it. Because if it's connections, it's who you know. And this isn't a who you know moment. You know what I mean? Okay,
fair enough. So what would you ask me to use then? Because there's not really a just like talking thing. There's manipulation, but I'm not trying to manipulate.
It is manipulation. Like, manipulation is all conversation.
Oh, it is? Mm-hmm. Okay, well then never mind. I guess it is.
They really kind of group their skills together in this to like make it small and concise.
Okay. So my advantage means that I get the highest die again, right? So
lowest.
I get the lowest die again. So I should have 3 d6s.
Yep. Okay. Correct. And you roll against me.
Okay.
And you need 6s. 10s and 10s and ups on dice that can do that are doubles. You have a chance on this. I'm gonna push.
I am also gonna push.
Okay. Remember, you take mental, so it is a stress in this case because it's a mental conversation. A mental stat.
Yep.
I did okay. I didn't do great. I did okay.
7, 2 6s, and a 3.
So how many successes? I don't care the numbers. I just need to know successes.
3.
3 successes. You beat me by 1.
Sweet.
He goes, all right, runner. I'll give you a minute to explain what the fuck is going on before I pull the trigger. He does not move his gun. He does take his finger off the trigger.
That's progress. I'll take it. We got off the case. We all got really hurt. There was a little girl. My only job was to get her back to a safe house. I delivered her to someone. That someone was supposed to take her there, but they never showed up. And everybody thought that she was human because obviously there are no replicant kids. It's not documented anywhere, right? It's not like heard of. But the thing is that someone dropped this on my doorstep, and that is her blood. I tested it. I made sure, and that skin matches her DNA, and it is growing rapidly. Give it a couple months, and it'll be like 5 years old. It's at a pace I've never seen before, and you are the expert that I know and
I
trust.
understand what you're saying. Have you looked into this rep skin at all?
I haven't done a ton of research yet, just enough to know that it's Sarah's and the basics of what's happening. And
look, we don't have a lot of time to have a discussion about this since I put this in lockdown. That means that all the other replicants outside, my friends, are looking at your Blade Runners and deciding what to do. I haven't turned on the warning yet, so right now they think we're just having a private conversation. You're going to be able to convince your companions that we're just having a conversation?
Guaranteed.
He walks over, leaves the gun on you, reaches across, and reaches like over the desk and hits a button on the desk. And it turns the Faraday cage off, allowing you to be able to talk to the rest of the team. With that, the static that everybody outside heard comes back to life. So I'll put us on 4cam because Adam's character is not technically here. He is in the middle of a horrible decision-making process.
Great.
Yeah. So everybody else can hear now. And he goes, look, I know what it is. I helped develop the process when I used to work for Tyrell and Wallace before that. Which means he's a pretty old replicant. I know what it is. I know what it's for in theory. I crafted that theory. But it's never been put into actual use. So you're telling me you have self-replicating skin. It grows.
Two pieces of it, but it has to stay in the bag of Sarah's blood.
Yeah, it's not blood. It's a plasma fluid that feeds it and allows it to continue the process, the cycle of what it's doing. What you have is very dangerous. It's volatile. I don't mean the components and pieces itself. I mean that the situation you have put yourself in is very dangerous. Blade Runner or not, you're outnumbered. And I don't mean in my parlor. I mean in general. If they find out that you have this, someone will come for you.
I don't think anybody knows that I've got it, but the person that dropped it on my doorstep. Did you find it, or
was it handed to you?
It was on my doorstep.
I highly doubt it was sitting on your doorstep.
Well, I saw the guy that dropped it off, but
then you're in it thick. He hits a button and pulls the shutters up so everybody can see inside. And his gun is lower than viewing point. He's put it on the chair next to him where they can't see it unless they walk in. He goes, I can't help you. I can point you in a direction, but I can't directly help you. Go out to the machine, far wall, and he takes a piece of paper and he writes something down on it. He slides it. He's like, punch this in. It'll make a small private booth, and some information could be shared there. You and your others are looking for assistance. That's the best way to do it. And it also takes it out of my fucking hands. And he like looks outside. Is Marla or Stokes, have they pulled a firearm? Because I know Stokes was moving across the pachinko parlor. And Marla was outside the wall that closed that is opened back up in this. It's transparent now. Now it's like glass doors that open. You can see in. They're tinted, frosted like a blue with the lights from the parlor shining on it. But
because there has been no word from Lennox.
It's been only about 30 seconds to a minute. It hasn't been very long.
Yeah. Then no, but I would be like watching the reflection of those shutters in the
yeah, when they open up you can see them and there's no harm, no foul. They're spaced apart properly. Maybe some tension. But no one's bleeding yet. Anyone doing anything else besides that?
Playing pachinko.
You are playing pachinko. So okay. I was wondering if you were going to be playing pachinko because that sounds like something you would do. As a
it would be way too sketch for her to like waltz in there, sit down at the pachinko like booth, and then not play a round or two. So.
All right. So as you're sitting down to play, he looks to Lennox and he's like, out. Take your shit and get out of my office. So as you stand up and you grab, like, you know, what you were talking about, whatever device you use to display that and make your way out, are you doing anything else on the way out? Just giving you an option before he closes the office back up, in case there's anything else you wanted to say or do before I go to Henry and his shit fuck situation.
I think for now, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to just, like, keep in mind sort of, like, what I've seen in here and know that if I need to come back someday, I can. But for right now, getting the fuck out.
You're set back at neutral right now more than anything else. All right. When you look down at the paper, it's just the blue and yellow code, and it has just some numbers and letters in a string. They look like what you would use, like if you were a member to the pachinko parlor, is probably like your membership code. That's what it looks like.
As I'm like leaving the room, like once I hit the door and shut it, so I know that he can't like directly hear me anymore, I'm just gonna say quietly enough to where you two can hear. I'd be like, are
you guys grouping back up? Because right now you're separated in the pachinko.
Well, I was going to say out loud, like, I need to do something alone really quick. Do not, like, keep an eye on me, but don't follow me.
Bathroom's near the exit.
So the
I'm gonna
music
head toward the booth.
springs back to life. And as it does, we cut over to Henry. Oh, buddy. Oh, pal. You decided... Oh, Henry! Henry, you decided to jump into the thick of it.
I didn't do the jump yet. I ran after the guy.
So, how are you getting down off the overpass to get to this individual?
Well, first I want to see how far did he make it. I mean,
He
is
jumped
it gonna
down, splashed down in like that 6 to 10 inches of water, like I said. And when he did that, he turned back, look at you, and you saw the little reflection of red in his eyes. And he started sprinting. So, I mean, he's probably... Isn't this game in meters, if I remember correctly?
I think so.
Oh, it's in ranges. Yeah. He would be at short range moving to long. I forgot it's range bands in this game. Range bands.
Yeah, I see him jump. I'm still not 100%. I mean, we did a chase. We were up all night practically as well too. Like my shoulder's killing me. My hip hurts.
You do. You're kind of roughed up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I do want to. I'm gonna. This guy's far down. There's no way that I want a chance jumping.
You can take a shot.
That's what I was gonna do.
Blade Runner. I mean.
Yeah. I do pull the gun. I set it right on like the railing, and I want to try to shoot him.
All right. All right. So it's firearms agility. I had to pull up my cheat sheet. Firearms agility. We do have a few cards that obviously will work better for you in this situation. Kyle has played a ton of them. We're not in initiative because you're just taking a shot. Technically speaking, hold on a minute. Hold on. Technically speaking, it's a chase scene. Technically, it's a chase scene. So let me get these fabulous cards out. And let me move the... We don't need those. Let's go back over here. This is not aerial. You're not in a car. That doesn't mean you can't call the group. You're not too far from them. You're within the same district. So if they were to get a spinner, they could come after you if that's needed. Let's see here. Ground, I guess, would be it. Pick your chase maneuver. Get ready to type in alchemy. If you're going to shoot, jump, run, whatever it is you want to do for that. God, man, this... I have the stats for this guy, and I would love to say he's a badass, but it's really not the case. I mean, he's a replicant. I guess that gives him a slight leg up advantage. I'm going to... All right, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we're typing our choices in chat. And then tapping. All right, 3, 2, 1. God. I thought maybe you would just change your mind. All right. Foot obstacles. Here we go. Let's see. Right. Foot obstacle. Open space. Fuck me. Open space. The chaser suddenly finds himself in open space. The crowds, traffic clearing for a moment. This gives advantage to stand and shoot. Wow. No.
You know what? I don't even think you need to choose the other
Well, we didn't play that card. So with that said, there's a few things we can do here. So you are shooting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. And since you're going to shoot, would you like to ignore the disadvantage from the rain?
Yes, please.
Okay, so one Kyle will ignore disadvantage. And then would you to... There's one more in here. Nope, that's the only one. I thought we had one other thing, but we don't. There's a bit... We do have a gold, by the way. If no one notices this. We do have a break in the case. As a gold. Which is... Break in the case gave one free shift for each Blade Runner to do something that doesn't count against... Because I have a shift pattern that I follow for the case. You can get a free action shift, which is pretty cool. It's like we got a break, we got a big piece of information for like the equivalent of a shift. So all right, there's nothing. I can't do anything else. I have nothing else to do. So you get your highest max die, and then double of your lower die.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to dodge things. Oh fuck! I'm gonna push. Oh, you can also push. Don't forget.
I am also going to push.
Would you like to use the card to push for free?
Yes, please.
All right, VCAM, push for free. Free push when performing a test. Got any successes?
I have 1.
I have 0.
Damn.
He runs, turns in the water, trips over something that he doesn't notice in the water. You only got 1 success, which means you just do the damage. What's your damage for your pistol?
Just 1.
All right. Boom! You pop a shot off on him, you clip him, and he falls into the water and starts standing back up. He doesn't pull a weapon. He does have that duffel bag on him still. He doesn't pull a weapon. We're gonna do one more round of this really quick to see where we get. Pick your piece that you want to do. He's running. He's going basically towards another bridge, like the next overpass, to try to get cover. I don't think he's gonna do very well, but we're gonna try. I'm going to. All right, I'm ready if you are.
Yep.
Damn it, I'm gonna try to hide. So I'm gonna dive for cover.
Okay.
Okay, Ooh, I need you, as a reaction to me hiding, you have to make me a observation, I believe is what it falls under, right? To notice, yeah, observation check, please. Disadvantage for the rain. So you lose your lowest die.
Okay.
We have no more. We have to ignore it if you'd like to use ignore disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore it.
All right. And I'm gonna pull our obstacle just so before you roll here.
Okay.
Dead end. If the prey has chosen to pursue, flee, hide, or block, the maneuver fails. Fuck me. I don't hide. I run down into it. It closes down for water to get washed into this channel he's in, and he has nowhere to hide. So I'm just a replicant against the wall getting shot at.
All right.
Goddamn chances.
Two successes.
2, that ups the damage, I believe, or is that a crit? Is that a crit? Because I got 0. I failed.
For two successes? I thought just the crit happened if you
kill
got
and require stamina roll. Todd, do you remember what crit was offhand? We haven't had a crit on the show yet. No, it just does extra damage. It does 1 point of extra damage. 2 or more successes, the enemy is a critical. Actually, no, did you get 2 or 3?
I got 2.
Yeah, no, that is a crit. Oh my god, that is a crit. 2 or more successes, a critical. Critical versus, are you doing piercing?
Crushing.
Crushing, great. What is your damage for crit? What's the die on the
it's a D6.
Now, I would like to remind everybody, we do have the ability to up damage with some of these cards. Did we have any of these cards? Would you like, Allie played first episode, up the crit? Would you like to up the die?
Let's up the crit. We got, what does Moxie keep saying? We got 4 fucking episodes of
yes,
this.
That's
Let's
right.
do it.
4 episodes. All right, sir, up your die type by 1.
Ooh, I like ye. Okay. All right.
Oh, damn it, Allie.
So, okay, didn't deal a lot, but that's gonna be 4 altogether.
No, that's 4. You shoot him. Gouged eye. Disadvantage on firearms and observation. So as you line up the sight, the camera comes behind. When it does, it flashes, and you see him hold his face as blood splatters against the wall, and he crumples to the ground because I didn't have enough points. He's on the ground now. With that, we're gonna go back to the people in the parlor. I'll pull us on full cam here. I'm assuming you're gonna climb down and start making your way over to him. Do you call the group when you do this at all?
Yeah, actually I would. As I'm climbing down, I'd ring him up.
Who are you calling?
Yeah. would I call out of the three of you? Probably Emerson, because I think we probably talk the most. Yeah, I'll give her a ring.
Call who? Marla?
Marla. Oh my god, who the fuck is Emerson?
I don't know, but I'm gonna use that name now. Now you're fucked.
I was like, Everston? Todd?
Fun fact,
Bring him
Emerson was almost Everin's name.
Emerson.
It was on my
Done.
name list for for Everin.
It is 100% from your past now.
love it.
You're one of your old team members that died in that.
Done.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
we know those names. So with that, you call Marla. Marla, as you're playing pachinko, you get a ring.
I kind of glanced down to see who's calling. Would I recognize the number?
I don't know. He gave it to you today. Did you add his name? Otherwise, it's just a caller ID number. I don't know what type of person Marla is.
I like to keep my my contacts very up to date.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All right. So yeah, you know it's Henry.
I'm just gonna kind of like answer. I assume it would be like a headpiece of some sort, so I don't have
sure.
to move my hands away from pachinkoing.
Yeah.
Just gonna
I need pachinko sound effects.
go for Marla.
Marla, it's Henry.
Mm-hmm.
How's everything going your way?
Lost the last round, but I think I'm gonna make it up. Why do you ask?
What? Want to see if you guys were almost done there. I was trying to tail Donald. I found him. He looked like he handed off some tech to somebody. They jumped over into like one of the river basins, and I was in pursuit. Took him down. If you guys are able to, I'll send you my location. If you guys want to swing by and see what's up.
Sounds like a plan. I think that Watson has something that they want to wrap up real quick, but I'll let Enzo know.
Are you? What was that noise? Are you playing pachinko?
You got a problem with pachinko?
No, I was curious. That's all.
Girl can't get her game on, can't get a little extra income.
No. I was curious. That's all.
Sure.
He's out here shooting people. You're playing fucking pachinko. You know.
Don't worry about it.
Are you gonna make your way towards them after you pick this guy up? Because we're gonna basically wrap a shift after Lennox looks at what's on this computer.
Yeah, I'll tell her my coordinates where I was at, like the alley, because you said I had found him kind of outside of almost a hospital or something.
Yes, correct. There's basically he was going under a viaduct, and then they closed it to pour water in here to do drainage. He was going to climb up and head his way towards a hospital. That's the direction it was.
Yeah.
Tudik, you got a spinner?
No, not.
I mean, you got your bike actually. You do have a bike.
I do. I don't think I had my bike with me.
A hover bike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if you can
All right.
call it to you. Do they have? You might want to look that up if the bikes have call. If you can.
If my car has a remote start option, in 2049, I think, or 30,
They do, but they don't. They can fly themselves in autopilot and stuff, but you have to be in them. They can't fly without a body in them.
I'm super happy we did not have to go with my backup option because I was going to try to make my spinner crash into the wall. That was a thought.
Hashtag Green Goblin.
I mean, I would do that.
Let's go.
That sounds like company property and a promotion loss, but whatever.
Yeah, or I'm dead. I think I'll be okay.
So, are you going to get a car, or are you just going to grab him and carry him back, or is someone going to come get you for this shit? Out of the four of you, is someone going to go grab Henry?
Eric, I have a question.
That's what I'm here
Could I
for.
roll connections to see if I could send one of my family's company cars to?
I mean,
Uber him
look,
over?
if you want to play I Know Someone, I would 100% allow that.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll use an I Know
Yeah,
Someone. This one is from Kyle. Kyle's dumping cards. I know someone. You call someone in a company. Who do you call, Marla?
I think I'm going to go ahead and call, reluctantly, my father's secretary, Carolina.
Call your father's secretary. What could go wrong with that? All right, so what's her name? Or their name? I don't
Carolina.
care. It's Carolina? Okay. I'm going to write this down. Carolina.
I've got a whole doc for you.
Carolina, secretary. Marla, parent, secretary.
She is the replicant secretary of my father.
Okay.
That he obtained after the
Do you,
death
all
of my
I need
mother.
to know is, do you get along?
I hate her.
You hate her.
Nope,
Does she like
I hate
you?
her. She's neutral towards me, trying to win me over.
Okay. So it rings twice. She answers promptly. And she says, this is Carolina. What can I do for you, Marla, daughter of... Oh, never mind. You don't care.
Yes, can we go ahead and send over a Thorn Company vehicle to coordinates? I'll buzz them over to you here in a minute.
May I ask who we're picking up, and will there be a cleaning bill? Last time it was a mess.
Cleaning bill, most likely. It's going to be two informants.
Is this going to be another one of, as your father says, a vomit comet cleanup because of you?
No. If anything, probably a shot doc, sort of.
What?
You get it. Blood.
Oh, well. This sounds like a company issue. Should you maybe be calling the LAPD and not your father's company?
No.
Ma'am, are you trying to keep something off the books?
Nope, Carolina, this is just normally supposed to be easier than going ahead and calling in an additional request.
Well, this
to
is
the LAPD,
company
but...
funds, and technically your father pays a lot of money towards the city, which is city funds, and now this would be like double dipping, which makes tax write-off very difficult, Marla.
Carolina, you forgot to send flowers on my last birthday, so at least the company can do.
You have a birthday. I didn't know creatures born of hell had birthdays.
Well, you know, at least I've got one up on you.
True, you do have a soul. Sort of. I'll send a car, Marla. I'll send a car. It'll be there in 15 to 30, okay?
Thank you, Carolina. Kiss, kiss. Bye.
Mm-hmm. All of a sudden you get a pling on your phone, and it's a birthday card that says better late than never. You go back to playing pachinko?
Yes. I think I will play one more round and then go catch up with Enzo.
All right. As you continue.
Actually, no. I would just sit down next to Enzo and I'll play on that pachinko machine, even though my odds are now against me because I'm switching machines.
Okay. So as you are playing pachinko, and Lennox, you walk over to check out this machine. Stokes, are you going over as well? It doesn't have to be private. It just makes like a holographic booth around you that the data displays on. So someone steps into it, they're going to see it as well, Lennox. Are you bringing anybody else into the booth with you, or is it just going to be you? Nobody? Just you? Wow.
I feel like I can't fuck this up again. And the last time he was like, why did you bring friends? So he gave me a code, and I'm not going to share that code. And that's why I said, keep an eye on me.
Okay.
But don't come in the booth.
All right, so who's keeping an eye on you? That's a good question.
Your funeral. I'll keep... Oh,
Lost cigarette.
fire!
I'll put us on fire. So I'll put us back to the main parlor.
I mean, well, yeah, and I mean, Lennox said, like, don't follow me, but keep an eye out. So I think we would both be positioning ourselves close by.
So the private machine that you are on, he tells you to go into the corner and use, is the very far corner over here. Stokes and Marla, put yourselves wherever you would like to be. Nope. Uh-oh. We lost her. Okay, well, she walks into her thing to check. She walks in to check out whatever the piece is. Is anyone else doing anything in the room while she's gathering data? Stokes, Marla.
My map was way off in the corner. I had to scroll.
Oh, it didn't lock for you when I did
Same.
it? Oh, yeah.
Here.
I don't have a way to ping you and pull you in, although it's coming in an update.
He's over here on the left, right?
Yeah, she's way over on the left-hand side. She's right here. And I'm
together. Are these the same machines on both sides? We can play both ends.
no, only the side the chair's on, because they're double tall, so they're only the chair size time.
Oh, okay. Because I thought the ones in the middle have chairs on both sides. I just thought it was a perspective.
Right.
No.
I'll
So
go back.
nope. They're double talls. They're only one side. Pachinko machines are kind of large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll sit close by, or I can kind of lean around and take a look.
So you can definitely keep an eye on her, though. But you can tell the way this is built, it is made so that it's hard to keep an eye line on that person. And when she sits down, the other chair that's there folds flat and slides into the machine that's next to it, making it like so someone can't like lean over and look at what you're doing. Almost like a private phone booth. So when you look over, you can kind of see the lights, but you can't see her that well inside this blue sphere of hologram. With that, Lennox, you type in the code, and it comes into existence, and it's a bunch of numbers. The numbers switch into imagery, and the images are of like a person in a gown, like getting ready to do surgery, and then it pans back and you can tell it's in an engineering shop, like a replicant build area. It's all gold inside of this hologram instead of being blue. And you can see it's the process of them building different children replicants, which is not normal. There are a few out there, but they're kind of forever a kid. So they realize that it doesn't work that well. And no one wants a forever kid. I guess just not, well, maybe, but you don't want to know that person. So as this pans out, you can see them going through the process of making them, and then they go and the camera cuts and another clip pops into place, and it's them with that skin. You can see Cujo in a white lab coat, and the skin's being stretched out, and they are putting it over the foot of this replicant, and there's a device that grabs a hold and pulls it up into the leg, and it feeds the skin down the leg almost like a large sock, and then it attaches to the leg, and it looks like it draws from that bottom part to, as the replicant gets taller, the skin grows with it. There's some bad test trials where you can see the skin tear at the knee and pull apart, and like they're trying to figure out how to make the elasticity and the growth rate and all that kind of stuff, but they're trying to make it so the replicant can grow X amount with the skin that is on them without it looking awkward. There's a couple more images that pull up, but they're blurry. If you want to try to give me a tech check, you can try to hack it and clear them up, but it is at disadvantage because it's one, not your machine. Two, you're basically taking an image, running a program, and trying to fill it. The other option is you can record it, take it back to your lab, and then you could do it there as a shift without having the disadvantage. We got to do one or the other.
Can I use an ignore it card because then I already get advantage anyway because that's my thing.
Yeah, you could try doing that if you want. Absolutely.
Sweet.
So we'll use an ignore it from Kyle. Go ahead and give me your roll.
Thank you, Kyle.
One success will get you one of them. Two successes will get you both the images shown. Three success, I will give you the person image.
I would really like that.
Probably three successes is kind of rare. Two is still good because it'll at least let you know what they're doing.
So I get 3 D12s actually for this.
Can't.
Why?
Do we have any?
Oh, you get 2 D12s?
I have a D12 in intelligence, a D12 in tech, and I get an advantage in anything
You
in tech.
can, but fuck you. That is nuts. I didn't know you could get 12s this early for both. Wow.
You sure can.
To quote a guy from last episode, 12s and everything, baby!
I have 4 successes.
How many successes?
4.
4? You could clear it up, and what they are doing is they are taking replicants that are adults, pulling the skin from them, duplicating it as younger skin, and it is on a, this is gonna sound disgusting, in the bottom of the foot, it's like a Kleenex dispenser.
Okay.
And the skin is hidden in the leg, and it literally pulls the skin out, and the hip area, it kind of slowly pulls it into a seam so they can grow. They're also doing it for the upper body and arms. But the second one is when they hit a certain age category, when a human would develop, they actually have to go in and get a new body.
Get it replaced.
It only works for so long.
Yeah.
Here's the part that the extra successes would give you. There are symbols of Mars all over, and there is a hydroponics place here in LA that all this experimentation is being done for. How that relates, you don't know. The hydroponics is called H2 Mars. Nothing else you can really get out of what's there.
You said I would know who the person is. Didn't you say you'd give me a name?
Just not a name, but
Oh,
what
like
they're
the name of
what
the
they're
place.
doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said that clearer. But of the place, the people working it is Cujo. He is the one doing a lot of this work, so he knows more than he's saying. He just doesn't want to be publicly saying.
Implicated, yeah.
Yeah, and he's all tatted up and stuff now, and he wasn't in any of the pictures. He's obviously trying to hide
So they're like
himself
old.
as a replicant. Yeah, he's clean. He's modded himself to be less recognizable. With that, is there anything else anyone else here wants to do before we pull Henry in and we go to our next shift?
I think Marla would at least, just fill Enzo in and be like, okay, so our buddy seems to have found Donald, and
No,
they're en route.
no, it's not Don.
Other dude.
It was the person he
Oh.
traded off. He doesn't have a name.
Whoa, better.
He had the decision.
Better.
He's like, damn it, Frankhouse, because I made him choose which one he was going to chase.
Okay, yes. No, in that case, she'll just say, so, Donald had a little handoff. Luckily, Henry found him. Got, Tudyk en route with, our mystery buyer, question mark.
Mm-hmm. That is true. He is a mystery buyer. What, do you guys gonna do anything else? Are we cutting to the next scene? And where would you like the scene to take place? You're gonna be back at the LAPD so you can have access to stuff and upload your files so far? Are you going back to Watson's? Are you going straight to the hydroponics place to gather more information? What would you like to do?
So I feel like
A whole nother
More
shift of
pachinko?
pachinko? A whole other shift? Yo, if you all want to
Whole
sit and play
shift.
pachinko for another shift,
No.
No thanks.
I won't argue.
I
Guess we can go.
feel like
This machine's more rigged than normal anyway.
yeah, makes sense. I feel like there would be a conversation on the curb while we are waiting for our rendezvous.
Okay. That's fine. But, I mean, is this before the shift?
Yeah.
Okay, so the end of the shift. All right, what's the conversation on the curb? It is raining out. There are clear umbrellas all over the place as people are walking down the street. Some people are coming in the pachinko parlor. A lot of people giving you guys that, like, side eye out of your peripheral because they're replicants going in here and they worry when there's, I don't know, not one, not two, but 3 Blade Runners standing on a fucking street corner. It's the worst version of prostitution in the city when it's that on a corner. What's the conversation that's going on as you guys are getting side-eyed in public?
I mean-
Watson, I really hope you have some great information for us.
I have plenty, but nothing to share out here.
Sounds good. We're going to be in a private vehicle here in a minute, but we still need to get the spinner home too. I would love for at least one of us to be able to accompany our friends, since none of them are technically on the force.
Who's not on the force?
Henry is no longer like actively
True.
on the force.
That is
and-
true.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to accompany? How do you guys want to do this?
Spinner's technically my responsibility.
Sure.
I'll take
Fair.
that back.
Okay,
Sounds good.
so you're gonna take the spinner back.
I'll show
Where
some
are you
foreign
taking it to?
hospitality.
That's more my question. Where are we doing the next scene for the next shift? That's what I want to know.
Where are we gonna meet?
Are y'all going back to the LAPD? Are you going to Lennox's shop? I mean, eventually you need to upload your data, or you're not getting paid.
I think
Technically,
with
has our
this
next
guy-
shift started yet? It's at like 8 a.m.
Yeah, but that's not how shifts work. You basically call a scene and go to the next one. Things take roughly 4-hour blocks in this. That's just
No,
how the
I-
game is played.
I meant for the LAPD stuff because you said that's how you get paid, and I didn't know if we were technically back on shift yet.
No, but you can, I mean, that's why I'm asking if you want to go to the office early. That's up to you.
I
I'm
can't
giving
process
you
what I
the
just
option.
got at the office.
Yeah,
You
I
could.
think going to Lennox's.
I could, but
warehouse.
that's not a great idea.
Hey, you're a Blade Runner. I mean, what's good and what's bad? It's up to you.
I would want to process everything I just got at my place.
Okay. Is everybody down
Also,
for that?
I don't
then?
think Henry. Yeah, I don't think Henry would really want to like roll up to the LAPD right now with this dude.
Allie, turn the gain up on your mic a little bit.
Yeah.
You're not even.
That better?
We'll see.
Oh,
All right,
Okay.
then. So back to Watson's. Is that the game plan?
I think that sounds
Sounds
right.
like it.
All right, and the spinner's coming as well. The LAPD one. All right. Okay. So as you all pack up, get ready to go, the other spinner that's an extended spinner lands. Inside is Henry and this other gentleman. Do you have him tied up? Is he do you have him cuffed? He's been
Yeah, I'd
holding
have
his
him cuffed.
face. Have you patched him at all? Because his fucking whole
Nope.
orbital socket is crushed in and bleeding out.
Nope, have not. Not
Inside
my
of the car,
not my expertise.
I would like to say your family, because it's a cosmetic company, white is the predominant color they use for everything because it's clean. So the inside of the car is splattered in blood all over the seats. And it's like basically like a limo spin. As you
Oh, we
guys
have a
get in.
replicant to clean that.
True.
There's a nexus for it.
So as you then, if that's the case, as you all get in the spinner, it takes off. The camera pans back. It lands back at Lennox's place. Some time passes. During that, as she's setting up shop, getting things together, we'll start the beginning of our next shift. What is the conversation going to be? This means that we are currently going to be on shift 4, which is the end shift of a day. Which means you're getting into the
Rest.
nighttime. Are you guys going to rest versus working?
I am.
The only
'cause I
person-
didn't rest earlier.
Yeah, I think Lennox is the only person who rested.
Yeah, I
Last
rested
time.
earlier.
So you
but
could
I also
work a shift if you want.
I can work a shift, or I can use this shift to. Well, I'll have to go in the morning, won't I?
Everybody does, technically.
Then yeah, I need to use this shift to work.
Okay. So you're going to work. So I'll put down that Lennox is working. Are you going to share the information with the group? What are you telling them out of the information you gathered?
I mean, I think I'd just go ahead and tell them everything.
All of it? Yeah? Is that what we're doing?
I don't like it when you phrase things like that. You say
I just
everything?
need to know. I just need to know what they can put into their case files. I need to know how much they know.
I will start off by saying, hey, maybe we don't share this quite yet. That's top of speech. Like, before you get anything else, it's, can we not talk about this right now?
I like how everything is, can we not talk about Fight Club? If these
Yep.
runners.
Yep,
All right.
correct.
All right. So Lennox is saying, let's not report.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I need
How much
this
are you
part
telling
to
him?
not be reported.
What do you tell him? That's just probably a better question. What do you tell him?
I think
Lennox, I'm giving you airtime. What are you telling him?
I think I'm gonna say I'm not gonna share that it was Cujo that was a part of it, or that Cujo designed it, or anything like that. But I think I will say something along the lines of, Sarah isn't the only replicant kid. This, whatever this is, and I sort of like gesture to the blood bag, is not new, but it was not previously out of a lab. So it looks like Sarah might have escaped. Doesn't seem like the right word, but I don't think Sarah was meant to be out in the open yet.
True.
Right. I mean, I can see how being the niece, or in this situation, grandniece of Tyrell OG can have its benefits, apparently, playing with prototypes.
Yeah, it's a little wild how it works. It almost like how replicant adults are always adults. That's not what this is meant to be. Sarah's meant to be able to grow up.
I'll tell you, people with money think they can get away with anything.
Carolina would agree.
I
with
don't
everything you just
respond. I don't respond to that. I just look at you. there are no words that come out. It's just like,
Carolina 100% agrees that you 100% think you can get away with everything because you have money.
Henry tilts his head like, huh?
So, Henry, this guy,
Yeah, the guy's like laying or leaning somewhere with the manacles on, covering his face. He's still bleeding out. He has not said a fucking word.
can we do something about the whole eye situation over there?
That's sort of my job, and I'm sort of busy. I don't...
Gauze? Can we just tape some gauze on there?
He's currently got his shirt balled up and pressed against it, which is covered in like fucking backwash water from running through the place.
You have antibiotics for him or whatnot?
Now, I will tell you, if you want to manage him and help him, it will take a shift because that is how this works.
Yeah.
You have to maintain him for a shift to stabilize it.
I mean, I can try. Yeah, I'll grab my hand, or I'll just take my hand, grab him by the shirt, and like sit him down. And look over at Watson and just be like, "Do you have any medical supplies that I can try to do anything with them?"
Yeah, it's that silver cabinet over there, the whole second shelf and third shelf. It's all med supplies.
Perfect.
I'm trained and I would help you, but I sort of have a lot.
Henry walks over, opens it, and just starts grabbing shit. And he's like, "Oh, looks like hydrogen peroxide, maybe. I don't know, some this shit here, that, and the other thing." Also, he's got that. You guys notice that Henry's also got a bag over his shoulder as well too. And as he throws that stuff on the table, he sets the bag right in front of the guy, and he looks at him and goes, "You want to tell me what the fuck is in here that you're getting from my buddy?"
Well, how about you bandage me up first before we have any deep conversations? I don't feel like talking right now to the man who shot me in the fucking face.
Maybe you shouldn't have run.
They call you Blade Runners because we run from you.
And I just grab gauze, a bunch of gauze. I pull his hand down, just shove some gauze on his face for a hot second. There you go. It's gonna help soak up the
caved
blood.
in. The eye is like just mangled. He doesn't look very good. The music from the arcade is still bopping next door. It kind of fades into the warehouse. Now that means that Lennox and Henry are staying up the shift. Henry, you've not slept a shift yet, but when they go in the LAPD, you could technically take a nap, right?
Yep.
Then that means is Enzo and Marla going back home to sleep and leaving Lennox and Henry here to work? Or are you sleeping on the ground in this place? Because this isn't made for a bunch of people to crash in her pad.
I mean, it's not, but if I'm sleeping, I would let them sleep in my bed. I
Right.
have a bed.
They don't even talk about the
for
fact
me.
that they live across from each other. You think they're going to share a bed?
Look, one or the other then. One of them can take it. It's not
And
my
you got
problem.
Henry
that
here.
they don't
Henry's
like
going to
it.
need to
It's
shift
fair enough.
sleep eventually. And you have another body.
And he can sleep while we're gone tomorrow.
There's not enough space, because if not, it's going to be uncomfortable resting. That's why I'm asking. Do Marla and Enzo stay, or do they bolt?
I feel like
Nope.
it would make sense for us to go home to prepare to
Yeah.
report in tomorrow morning.
Yeah, more than likely. This isn't
Yeah,
D&D.
no offense. I don't sleep in any dumps. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me, my loft warehouse is very nice.
Holy shit.
Listen, I took six pieces of shrapnel to my leg in that damn thing last week.
And
I need
was
a place
that-
to sleep.
All I'm saying is that shrapnel was not my fault, and if you would have let me look at it sooner, I could have had it out faster.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
We were all out.
I'm assuming this is saying, like, and you don't even get out of the spinner, Enzo. You're just, like, yelling over it, lighting another cigarette, get back in and fucking leave. And with Marla, because Marla rode with you. So you guys take off and leave to head back home, which means we're going to do a quick 4-hour shift of you doing research and you patching it up. So first off, I need a medical from Henry to try to get information. If this goes well, I won't give you disadvantage on interrogation.
Oh, goody. Medical, right?
Yeah, that's the word I used.
Ugh.
The thing that you're bad at that the other person is good at, but she's busy.
I mean, I could take over tech, and it's gonna be just as shitty.
The opposite
All right.
ends of the spectrum sit together in a warehouse.
Let's see how well my gauze packing goes. Hey, I got one success.
One success.
Yay.
How does that
got
one
it.
success? That's pretty good. It's pretty good for you compared to normal, right?
Not too bad.
So with that one success, you do patch him up, you get him stable, and towards the end of the shift, you can kind of interrogate him casually, but you are going to have to make a roll on him. Are you going to scan him, make sure he's a replicant? Because remember, replicants bleed and look like humans. You saw the flicker of red, but that could have been neon lights. Are you going to press him and figure out and scan his eye as a Blade Runner, or are you going to talk to him just like he's a perp?
I'm gonna talk to him right now like he's a perp.
Okay. Then I would like you to give me a roll. How are you going to go about interrogating him? What do you want to know from him? Besides what's in the bag, what are you asking him during these 4 hours as you're taking care of him? He falls asleep a few times. What are you trying to take care of?
Well, obviously trying to stabilize best that I can with his eye, with what's in the bag, and also I want to question him about Sarah, as well too.
Okay.
I mean, clearly he knows, little butthead friend Donald.
Yeah.
Trying to pull out of him the connection that they have. Where did Donald get whatever's in the bag? Where is he currently hiding? If he knows any information on where I can find Donald as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm.
All right. Give me
Donald.
manipulation. I will say we do have Eye of the Beholder as a card from Serving Hands. If you'd like to have advantage on your roll.
Sure.
All right. So you made the success. You don't have a disadvantage. You now have advantage on the roll. Give me your check.
All right.
The holders in this shit now? I'm out. I'm retiring.
Absolutely.
I mean, I
favorite
still got him cuffed, but just having a seat like right next to him and everything.
Sure. All right, Henry. See what you get.
Damn. I'm gonna push.
All right. It's a stress for pushing.
That's a little better. Okay, that's 2 successes.
I'm gonna push because I got 9. He goes, look, man, I ran because in the bag is some like heavy duty farms and some shit I don't understand. I was told it was time dependent. It's a cooler bag. It's probably toast now.
What do you mean?
It's a cooler bag. There's parts in it. I was supposed to be delivering this to some fucking place in the industrial district.
All right, well, let's open it up. Is there like a code?
Well, hold on. No, it's a zipper bag. It's like inside there's a case, and sure enough, when you unzip it, there's like a hard plastic cube in it. I was told you don't open.
Why not?
There's a part will go bad, die. I was delivering this.
They say it needs to be. Is it currently frozen inside this container?
I don't
Is that what you were
fucking
told?
know, man. That handoff was fast. Then I ran, remember? So he told me, don't open it. Get it there. Quick. And I said, no problem, Donald.
And where were you taking it?
Away from here.
Away from here, which would be where?
I don't know, man. Some plant shop.
Plant shop?
Yeah, they grow like trees and shit.
What's the location of that?
Am I going to get let go?
Soon? Tell me, what's the location of it?
I would like to roll and see if you're lying to me. Fucking, he doesn't know shit. Don't even roll, Adam. Don't even roll. Don't even roll. He goes,
Okay.
it's in the industrial district, man. I can give you the specs and location for it if you want, but I was told I drop it off. I drop it off outside the fence. I hit a buzzer. Someone comes out and picks it up when I'm not there anymore. That's what I know. I'm just a delivery guy.
Mm-hmm. Always just a delivery guy. Nah, how do you know Donald? One of your contacts?
I mean, look, dude, we just know each other.
great. You know what? Be nice. I'm gonna let you go, but you're gonna do me a little favor. You're gonna
Well,
find
I just
him.
did
You're
a
gonna let-
favor for you.
Well, you're gonna do another one.
You
for
shot me in the fucking face.
Do you want to lose your other eye?
No.
Okay. I want you to get in contact with Donald. And then you're gonna leave a message
I don't
for
want to
me.
call Donald, man. I'm not
You're gonna
supposed to
call
contact
Donald.
him. He told me not to contact him afterwards.
Ah, fuck, that sucks. Tell him you had some problems or something, all right?
All right, man. All right.
You're gonna find out where he's staying, and then there's a little bar. Oh shit! What was my zone? I forgot what zone I lived in.
I have the bar. I have a map for the bar.
Yes, the bar. I want you to go into. I want you to go into this bar, and you're going to tell the bartender. You're just going to give him the information. You'll get picked up from him later.
Yeah.
Can't allow that.
What do you want me to do that for?
Well, see, my buddy Donald was actually just here earlier today as well too, and he decided to run off.
Are you
And
friends with Donald?
Friends quotations. Let me do that for you, okay? But I want to know what he's up to. All right. Clearly, he had something else going on as well too. Didn't want to spill the beans on it too much, but I need more information from him. Let him know I'm not going to shoot him this time. Well, I didn't shoot him last time, but I won't shoot him unless I have to.
All right, man. This is a lot. I'm gonna have to leave town after this. Fuck it. You are putting me in a shitty. All I was doing was delivering something. I'm a delivery man. Got shot in the face for being a delivery man.
Well, guess you're not very good at your job then, are you?
I was until I got shot. Fuck it. Whatever, man. Can I leave?
I'll reach down and I'm gonna uncuff him.
All right, you uncuff him. He looks at his hands, looks at you, looks at the bag. Am I taking the bag? In case I can still deliver it.
I mean, he can still have the bag, but I take the case out of it.
Look, dude, I gotta deliver that.
Hey, Watson, you got a second?
Nope.
Nope. Damn it. Okay.
She is headphones on, tits deep in fucking research.
The final. Okay. The final thing I'll ask him. What's your name? Don't fucking lie to me either.
Can we just keep this no name requirements? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already doing you enough favors. I'd hate to give you a name.
Give me something.
Parker. My name's Parker.
Parker. Bullshit and Parker.
Maybe. He looks at the bag. He grabs the bag up. There's like some clothes in it and shit like that. You look through it. There's nothing of value. No weapon or anything like that. He has no weapon on him. I will definitely say that. He gets up, grabs his stuff. He's like, look, I don't know what you're doing. What's going on exactly, Mr. Runner, man? But I'll make this delivery empty-handed. I'm probably going to get killed for it. When you go to sleep at night, I want you to know I died because you're a piece of shit. And he starts walking towards the door. I hope you can sleep with that. I hope Blade Runners don't have souls anyway. I was told replicants have a better chance of having a soul than a Blade Runner.
True. Well, I've had many sleepless nights. This one's not going to be any different.
That makes me feel a monochrome better. And he walks to the door and he hits the intercom. He's like, let me the fuck out.
Yes, he can. Thank you.
He leaves. So you... All right. So as you're doing your research here, what is it you would like to look into during this shift?
I want to try to look into, like, basically any children that I
Phrasing?
can try to... I want to try to figure out if I can find the names of any of the other kids that I saw in the booth when I was in there, because there were other kids that were not Sarah. And I want to know, were they ever released from the lab? To know if I'm right and that Sarah should never have been able to get out.
You only got images. You didn't get data from it.
Yeah.
So there's no data to research. You could research H2 Mars.
Yeah, I'll do that, and maybe see if I can find blueprints on the hydroponics place, because
That
I
is
have
H2
a feeling
Mars. That's the name of it.
No, I know it is.
Oh.
I would like to have blueprints to basically, like, I want the real blueprints, not the bullshit ones they
If
put out.
you
If
want that kind of information, that's the LAPD.
Okay, well then I'll start with the regular stuff they give regular people.
If you want to just like look into who they are, research things online, that kind of shit for it, yeah, you can absolutely do that for your 4 hours. Start gathering shit together.
I'll pull the real blueprints in the morning.
To do that, I'm gonna need. Do you want to go through connections? You want to go through tech and just be doing research with tech? What do you want to do?
I think I want to do tech because my tech is better than my connection.
Tech, I will tell you that this is not a well-known institute. There's no like ad campaign or market campaign, so you're going through some back alleys to find stuff. You have disadvantage for this role.
Can I play and ignore it and not have disadvantage anymore? That's how the card works.
Yes, I was seeing if we had any. Yes, Star Drew played one. So
Nessie has one too, so it's good to know that we can do another one.
Yep. So you did that. So that's done. Give me a roll.
That is 2 successes.
2 successes. So H2 Mars is actually a travel agency, not a hydroponics place from everything you found. And it is made to get the wealthy off Earth to some new, like, under the dome style city being built on Mars. As far as you know, that doesn't exist. Mars is like mining facilities and shit like that.
Yeah.
This travel agency is what your research brings back.
Well, obviously, I know that that's a lie.
Maybe. But that's all the information. And you have to fucking dig for this. Between like eating, getting food, like waiting for shit to process, sending things out, like you're digging before you find anything. And it comes from like a news report in a paper, and it's just like an article that was looking for help for travel agents.
Okay, so 2 routes to get in there if we need them.
Well, more knowledge. I don't know if they're a route, but you know that they were looking for travel agents. It's from 4 years ago they were looking for travel agents.
Well, 1, if they still need travel agents, I could apply to fake that job. Or 2,
it's a
I know a rich
4 year ago
person.
ad. There's none currently out. It was from 4 years ago.
Well, then I know a rich person that can fake wanting to go to Mars. Oh, Marla!
I will tell you, it is a wealth that is way up there. But, you know, the next day when you meet with anybody, when you guys are heading to LAPD, you could do that. With that, I'm going to go back to the big group with everybody. So this shift ends. We start the shift for the next day. Henry, I'm assuming you're going to kind of get some rest and make sure everything's good to go for you. And you're settled and not exhausted and all that kind of shit. When you do get your rest and sleep for the night, I used an ability hoping that you didn't sleep well. I need you to give me a roll for me talking shit. I got X amount of successes. And you have to give me a... it's not stamina. What was it called?
Stamina?
No, it's... insight empathy roll.
Insight... Oh, insight empathy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One success.
1 success.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Oh, you and your questions of being happy. Oh, I'll push.
Okay, you're gonna push. That means take a stress.
That was not better. That was no successes.
Perfect. As you sleep, you have images of not only you shooting him in the face, it flips back to you losing your partners on the first case. It is a restless sleep. The maximum you're allowed to recover is 1 stress. Now, everybody who rests for the night, you do get to recover your stress and whatnot. You can use your key item. We have some cards as well where you can recover. For example, Blade Runner recovers 1 extra stress during a shift of downtime. We have a few of those. If you look at your cheat sheet, they have recovery for how you get your health back and all that kind of stuff. So check that over for anyone who gets a shift of rest. If you got a shift of rest. How many of you are going to do the recover one? Is everybody going to take one that rested?
Yeah.
Does Enzo even need to take one? That's actually probably a better question.
No.
Okay. Does
Just
Marla
rested
need
because it
one?
was time to
Marla
rest.
pushed a few times.
No, Marla actually does not need one.
You pushed
but
twice. That's 2
if,
stress.
we don't rest then.
Every time you push, you take a stress, either physical
Did you?
or digital. Yeah, she pushed twice. I have it marked down.
I was gonna say I
Did I?
Because
pushed
last
twice.
episode
Okay,
and this
I trust
episode,
you.
between 2
She was
episodes,
playing-
it's 2.
She's playing pachinko. Stress her out.
And then Mox, are you spending one for Watson?
Yeah, because I.
Oh, you didn't rest. Oh, you haven't rested. You're up working.
I have not. I need to rest soon.
Yeah, so that's 2. And then Henry, you spend
Yeah,
one as
haven't
well, which
rested
gives you a max of
yet.
1. Don't forget you can use your key item as well as kind of like a little moment. That kind of stuff can be done as well. We have some resets for key items as well. So I'm going to use the ones from Kyle and Serving Hands. So 3 of them were used. So the 3 of you who do take a rest recover an extra 1, an extra stress. It's not physical. It only works for stress. With those recovered, we start up the next morning. Watson finishes her work. The alarm goes off to, for everybody besides Henry to shower, get ready, LAPD 0800. Henry, are you sleeping during this shift?
Yep.
All right, Henry, go use the bathroom if you want.
Henry.
So all of you get up and get ready to go. Jump in your spinners, your individual spinners. Watson, obviously you have one as well. It's probably at the yard right now. You probably have to go get it. So you take public transportation there, whatever you need to do. As we head to the district, at the beginning of this shift, Watson, do you share the data you got?
Yeah, I think this is like generic enough to where I can be like, hey, everything we talked about yesterday, it's like connected to this place called H to Mars, and I was told it was something else, but it looks like it's a travel agency for rich people, and I just kind of look at Marla.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You guys saying anything on comms while you're getting ready to land and touch down with your spinners at LAPD?
Travel to where?
Mars. H2 Mars. It's kind of their only...
But I mean, there's
place.
nothing there.
It says that they're, like, I can only find an article. It's from 4 years ago, and outside of that, there is nothing. The place has been wiped from existence, but it says that they were building some sort of dome thing on Mars, some sort of, like, dome... Habitat feels like the wrong word, but whatever.
That's kind of what it would be, but it's a domed city.
Yeah, it's like a domed city situation that rich people could go fly away to.
Everybody
But
wants off Earth in Blade Runner. That's the thing you got to
Yeah.
remember. Earth sucks
Yeah.
shit. It's
Well,
kind of
yeah,
like our
obviously.
Earth.
But I say it that way because, as far as Linux knows, there is nothing on Mars for people to go to. Like that.
Correct. There's
is, like,
farms
barren.
for mining. There's some people who grow like mushrooms and shit out there, but there's really nothing else.
Yeah.
At all.
It just feels like no one wants to go to Mars. There's nothing out there, so why be a whole company? And then also, why be wiped off the face of the earth? I can find one article from 4 years ago that is for hiring travel agents.
Correct.
That's all I've got.
So we would be going to Sector 5, for those who are looking at the map right now that I have up. Sector 5 is downtown. This is kind of where like Little Tokyo Shopping District is. All that kind of stuff's over here. These actually
my house is.
deleted. I'll pull up the District 5 map here. I think it's I think I did this right. I made it the 5th one. Maybe not. I did not do it right. Why would I do that? Why would I make it right? Why would I do that? Here we go. As you make your way down at 0800, about 5-2, because I'm assuming no one's late for this, your chief calls again. That you actually your chief rep calls first. The person that you would answer to, the people you sit down and talk to. He says, well, first off, do you answer, since technically you're going to be on the job in a few minutes? Do you both answer? Do both spinners answer the call?
Yep.
Yeah?
I do.
Watson?
Yep.
Okay. If you both answer the call, he says, hey, I hate to contact you early. Well, I want you to come into the office to make sure that we go over everything. You need to meet me at the old case room that you guys did this on, where the attack was. We found some evidence in there that wasn't there before. Now, the way this works is when a case is started, there's a case room that you work. That's where you bring in like people that you interrogate. That's where all your files go. That's like your working room for everything. This is it's on the east side of the LAPT office. I'll meet you there. Don't come in a debriefing. Go there.
You got it.
Yep, got it. See you there.
So you touch down. It's on like the 40th floor of the LAPD office. Sure enough, he is in the room as you touch down on a pad outside. Make your way into your private office area. This place, the caution tape's gone on the outside. Inside, everything has been cleaned and organized, but it's like filed from dates and cases. And it's all of case 1's information, which was not your case. Technically, it was Henry's case. So he has a lot of inside ball for case 1 if you were to contact him. He is sleeping, but not well, so feel free to interrupt him if you need to. Ask him questions or call him and make his life a living hell. All in for that one. He's standing there. There's 2 new bagged pieces of evidence on the counter. And you can tell they're new because there is another person in the room writing information on it. Touchdown. Get out of your spinners. He turns and he says, detectives found evidence in this room that wasn't here. There is DNA along with a weapon. And unfortunately, one of the weapons is registered to one of you. You weren't part of this case at that time, so I got a lot of questions.
Ew.
Well, it's pretty fucked up. Whose is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Enzo, if you like to tell me what this is. And he slides a pack of smokes and a pistol across the table.
You saying this is mine?
Saying that all the DNA and fingerprints on it match yours in the database. Now, I am not accusing you. It makes no sense that it would be in this room that we had closed unless you showed up sometime after the end of case 1 and were investigating and maybe left an item in this room, if you know what I mean.
Listen. I took 7 pieces of shrapnel to my leg. I was at home, sleeping it off. Me and my friend, whatever the name for liquor is here. Me and my friend Jack.
Yeah, whatever you want it to be. Hooch? That's probably the best noir word you can use.
Yeah. I mean, I'm spending my time in a bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
this is clearly some kind of frame job, and it's a piece of shit amateur version too.
Look, I'm not disagreeing that I think it's a frame job. at all. I just, I have to at least ask, are they yours?
Are they mine?
Well, I'm assuming, do you have a particular smoke that you smoke or a way that you handle it? You know how everybody packs their cigarettes different in a container? Everyone, like, if they half burn when they put it in, maybe you never put leftovers in. Are you going to look him over? He slides the bag to you. I mean, you open it, you can look at it if you want. He gives you gloves.
Yeah, I'll prod through it, take like a pen and poke around. Like,
The gun is definitely yours. It's an old backup, like a side piece of yours. But you still have yours on you right now. But I mean, obviously people can have more than one. But it looks identical to yours. Are you going to investigate it any more than just looking at it? Like, you're going to pull it out, check the chamber, look for scratches, identifying marks, anything like that?
yeah, I mean, this sounds like bullshit to me, so I gotta turn on the bullshit detector, you know what I mean?
All right. Give me an observation roll. And is anyone in the room assisting you? Or are you doing this by yourself? Do you not want someone involved in case there's anything left behind that you don't want people to know?
No, I know that Watson is pretty good at this forensic shit.
Okay.
Hey, Watson.
Yeah.
Sorry about calling your place a shithole the other day.
Apology accepted, I guess.
You want to take a look at this?
Yeah, what do you got?
Are you going to pull out your actual backup as well so they can be compared?
I need an impartial. Someone that can say it's not mine, but it's mine, but it's not mine from one of the trying to accuse me of. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I'll tell you if it's your gun or if it's not your gun, but I gotta see the gun.
All right. Are you going to take it down to the lab?
Yeah.
Okay. So she grabs the two evidence pieces and heads out. The chief says, before you leave, Watson, stop by the front desk to the lab. There is a blood sample as well. If you want to run diagnostics on that, you're welcome to do it. The last person who ran them on there has disappeared.
Disappeared. Who is it?
One of our techs. Gone. Just got up and vanished. Didn't come into work the next week. Did it on a Friday. Did not come back on Monday. Part of the reason we're calling y'all in.
Okay. I'll check with the front desk and see who it was. At the very least, I've got to update chain of evidence when I take it, so.
I mean, you check what you need to do for that, but just be careful. Please don't disappear. I don't fucking need to lose another tech.
I'm not planning on it.
Good luck. He looks at the other two in the room, and now she's gone, goes, all right, everybody. Obviously, we need you to find Sarah, and that's what we're here for. We have some high-ups in the Tyrell Corporation. I believe Lilith's family, the mother of this kid. She never showed back up to the family. He takes a deep breath, and you can hear the, like, synthetic lung he has, like, resonating in his voice. Like, he's having a hard time today as he lights up a cigarette to start smoking. But Sarah is missing.
Sure, you.
Lennox, yeah, fuck it, we're dead anyway. Lennox heads off handed off Sarah they were supposed to be taking her back to the family. Shit never happened. I don't know, I'm not blaming Lennox. I'm just saying that's the last person to see her. I don't want Lennox in the room. She gets a little jumpy sometimes when she's being accused of shit, like we all do. But I think Sarah was taken in the right vehicle, and that vehicle was taken while I was on the way. Which means it was a job either on approach at Tyrell Corporation, or they were hit in departure, or somewhere in between. I'd like to know how it happened, if we can get that. More than anything, I need Sarah back, alive or dead. Have you found anything out? Because I know all of you well enough that you didn't lay around yesterday, except for maybe Marla.
You know me well, boss.
Hey man, vacation's vacation. It's why you look the way you do, right? It's not all the drugs your parents give you, the injections, or any of that shit.
Not a big fan of needles.
Uh-huh.
Good one, Chief.
Sure. So, Did you find anything out over the last days that we're going to be putting into reports here? This is him asking how much information you're going to put in the database.
Probably enough to like be a viable report, but probably
So here's what I need to know.
Tip our hand.
As a group, and this can be discussed with Watson some time during the 4 hours, that kind of thing. What is being omitted? What is not going in? That's the only data I really need to know. Because I'm going to assume that the LAPD and the chief knows everything other than what you leave out. Is there any key info as a group the four of you have decided to leave out before I wake Henry up rudely?
I know that we have decided to exclude the Sarah Skin TM and any information on Henry being back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Henry, Skin, and now what about this H to Mars? Do you talk to the chief at all about that as the possible leads that you guys have?
I would say we have to give something, and that's the safest thing to give.
I mean, it's a good lead.
Yeah.
Are you going to mention Donald or Parker?
I don't know, because they're dealing mostly with Henry.
Yeah.
That's Henry's hush hush, so I don't know if we should bring that up at all.
Okay,
My
so
thought
no
would be
Donald
that's Henry's problem.
Yeah.
right now.
And if it becomes my problem, I can put it in a report later. This
All right,
is not
and
the only report I will be giving.
Yep, sure, yeah, right. And no Donald, no Parker. Are you going to mention that you think Sarah's a replicant?
No.
Okay.
No, because we need proof of that, and that's the skin, and we're not talking about.
And we're not talking about the skin.
All right. With that, then, what the chief asks says, Memory Labs is been shut down. They're tearing down the Tyrell labs that Lilith was running. So we can't go back there for any evidence, which feels convenient for them. But this H to Mars sounds like a good lead. I've never fucking heard of it. I don't think it's a real thing. Maybe a false or a front. Throw your weight around. I don't give a shit. If it's not owned by Tyrell and we're not going to get, them brought in, because we said we kind of keep hush-hush about it, go in there, throw your weight around. Don't give a shit who you throw it at. Just swing it. And make sure you hit something on the way in and on the way out. But if you find out that it's related to Tyrell or Wallace or anything like that, well, Tyrell specifically, report back to me immediately and nobody else. I don't want this going into a report without it being candy coated.
You got it, Chief.
Is there anything else I should know while we're looking into this Enzo thing? We'll obviously put that on the back burner until this part's done, or for some reason you're guilty. Obviously, that's not it. You want to retire. I know you know. We've had this discussion. Lennox is going to get the...
Like U.S. and Island, and I'm referencing my key relationship. Someone that Chief knows. Like U.S. and Island. I get the job done, Chief.
I know, Enzo. I know. It's why I called you here before reporting it. While she's doing research on it, that's going to go in, but I assume, I looked at you, you don't seem like you're lying. That's good enough for me. Feel free, if you need any things from the office before you leave, go ahead. He also pays you out each 2 promotion, including Lennox. So you all have 2 more promotion. You're going to get free downtime right now as well to spend any of your humanity that you have to level your stuff up. Same for Lennox. We're basically going to do 2 shifts here, like a combination of research and doing things and finding things out. Are you waiting until the research is done with Lennox before you head to Mars? And are you going to call Henry when you go to Mars on shift 3?
Yeah, I think he should be included.
Do you, to get ahead of whatever's going on, would you like to spend, because I'm not going to compare, I'm not going to tell you where the case is right now. Do you want to spend breaking the case, giving you a free shift? That means you could get your
I think
downtime for free
so.
and just level.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we're gonna do break in the case. Everybody gets to spend their humanity from last time, level your skills. Henry, obviously that includes you as well. You're resting. We get a free shift break. I'm gonna mark that down. That legendary is from Serving Hands. So we're gonna do shift 1. And this is going to be Lennox doing her stuff. And then we're gonna get a free shift, which won't count against, which is a downtime shift. And then Lennox, we're just going to have you do a quick roll downstairs here. I'm assuming you're going to be using techs and forensics. You are at the lab right now. If you are going to do this on the record, there's no penalty. If you're going to do this off the record to keep Enzo's name out, it's a disadvantage. Until you know what it is, and then you can submit it later. You know what I'm saying? Like, circumnavigating what's going on.
Can I use an ignore it card?
You can use an ignore card as one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that, and then I have advantage on tech checks, so I'll have it.
All right, we'll use Serving Hands ignore card. So give me your normal tech roll, and let's see what you get out of this. Then we're gonna bother Henry.
4 successes.
Do you want this information privately, or are you gonna share it with a group?
Let's go privately, just in case.
Okay. I'll send it to you in Discord. I have it so I can cut and paste it. We'll send it to you in our individual chats.
Okay.
In the EFP one. With that said, Henry, we're gonna switch to you. If anyone on the other side needs a piss break, now's your time.
I'm so bothered.
You are bothered. You lay down for your shift, and immediately your phone rings. Do you answer it or do you ignore it?
What name comes up?
I'm so sorry. The name that comes up on it is Leah.
Liam?
Leah, which is the dead replicant from the last case. Leah. Yep. She was also your partner who worked as a Blade Runner. She was the one who was trying to save Sarah.
Henry, he's like dozing off. His phone goes off and he sees it. And he just kind of blinks and he sits up really quickly. He takes a breath and he answers. And just brings it up. And
You hear Leah on the other line. Henry? Is that you, Henry?
Leah, what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. It's pitch black in here.
What do you mean? I thought you were dead.
Why would you think I'm dead? You saw a body get hit by a missile out of a drone. Like, boom, you've seen the footage. Like that, unless the footage is fake. She got killed in the case office that they're all in right now.
Yeah. I saw footage of you dying at the case office. I saw you die at the case office.
I can turn you up, Adam. I don't know why you're so quiet again. You came back. I don't know if you moved your mic away from you.
Oh, it might have been because I jumped out of the call.
You son of a bitch!
I didn't mean to. I lost.
You
everything.
son of a bitch!
Only on a full moon. I'm sorry.
All right, try now. Talk first again.
Talkie, walkie.
One more time.
Frank Castle's not my name.
One more time.
Adam Conn is
There
the
you
guy.
go.
Me. Okay.
She's like, I am not dead. I'm in a black room. It is small. It is maybe 5 by 5, 5 by 10. 5 by 10. It's a rectangle. It's pitch black. It smells like. I mean, I don't. I think this is what it smells like. It smells like. You ever been on a case of one of those rich ass gardens? You know, at the top of the towers. You know, the ones the rich people's own.
Those fancy botanical ones.
Yeah, it smells like that.
how are you calling me? Did you sneak a common with you? What?
I know they left a common here for me. I'm sure they're monitoring it, but I had to call someone. I couldn't sit here forever. I've been here for weeks. She said weeks. It has only been a week and a day since she died.
Yeah. How? This is just incredibly strange to me. You're saying weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impossible. I saw you die just a little over a week ago.
I'm not dead, Henry.
Our comms, or no, this is just a regular phone. Do they have, are we able to ping anything like with the kind of gear that we have to like triangulate where a call is coming from?
Not without a shift or a good roll. You can cut that shift down with a good roll. Because that's what happened for Lennox right now. She cut her shift down because she got so many fucking crits.
Yeah, I need you to, the comm that you have, keep it hidden. If you're
I don't think I have to hide it. They've been giving me the call, the food. They've even rebaselined me twice.
Yeah, have you talked to anybody else or seen anybody?
I haven't seen anyone. They talked through a door. It's shadowy. It's a glass. I've tried breaking it. I can't break it. And she's aware she's a Nexus, the newest model. She worked as a Blade Runner for quite some time on the Force. She's very talented. The fact that she went AWOL was a super fucking surprise.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do to try to find you. I need you to know something too. Sarah's missing.
Who's Sarah?
Who's Sarah?
That's what she says. Who's Sarah?
Sorry. Didn't have a lot of sleep. I was talking to a friend of mine last night named Sarah. Look, give me some time. I'm gonna see if I can find you.
How?
You know me. I've been on the Force for just over 10 years. I'll see.
Well, the papers that they've told me you're dead. I just called on a lark to hear the voicemail to, hear you.
Yeah, surprise.
So you're not dead and I'm not dead. So I guess we're both surprised.
Yeah. Look, just.
Are you going to tell the office that I'm alive? Are you going to send the report in? Maybe they can send people.
I haven't even gone back to the office yet. They don't know that I'm alive.
Why? Well, wait. Why wouldn't you?
Too much going on. Especially there's a special case that I'm on that I'm trying to figure out right now that wouldn't be beneficial for me to go in, but thankfully I've got connections. Got some people helping me as well too. Hopefully they have more information about this case, but Leah, look, give me some time. I'm going to see what I can do to find you.
Immediately, the music next door picks up at the arcade and gets super fucking loud. She gets staticky, and you lose the sound of the call. And instead, I need you to make me a check. As you wake up from your dream, I need a insight empathy roll.
You say insight empathy again? Okay. That is one success.
One success. You know that the conversation you just had is an old conversation. Probably from a couple years ago on a different case where she was held captive.
Okay.
And you had gotten her and saved her before. And you'd gotten her out. And she said these same exact things before. With that, you made the save with a roll, which means you don't. You get your rest of sleep. You get your full shift. Otherwise, you wouldn't have. But you do wake up to the phone call from the rest of the group. And this would be setting up the scene after your free scene. I will tell you there was a ton of clues in that one for you. To the rest of the group, as you guys set up to get ready to go out, Lennox, when you all get in spinners, are you going to share this information? Do you keep it off the record? Do you report it? Do you give it to the chief? What do you do? Because he is going to ask you at the end of that shift, what did you find out?
I mean, I think it's safe to give all of this because we gave over H to Mars.
Okay.
If we hadn't, then that would be a different story.
Okay.
But I will, at the very least, get a hold of Enzo. This isn't your. No, you're fine. It's not your gun. It's a exact copy of your gun. Someone.
I will tell you, it took
tried to frame you.
It took 2 successes just to realize it was a perfect duplicate. Yeah. If you wouldn't have failed that, he would have got booked for it.
Yeah. Yo, you're fine, and I'll tell Chief that you're fine. But someone is trying to fuck with you.
Well, that's great news, actually.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we're on the right fucking track.
Yeah. The blood is Sarah's, and in the blood there's chlorophyll, so H to Mars is the right call.
Okay.
Oh. Good fucking work, kid.
Oh, Daddy gave you a compliment.
I got a whole compliment. Look at me
Fucking
go.
call me Dad. She
I
saved my
didn't-
ass.
I didn't call you Daddy. He did.
I know.
Oh, that's hilarious.
blanket
But Lennox is very happy that they got a compliment from Enzo, but will never say that out loud. Because they know if they do, it will never happen again. So they're like, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and
Probably.
smile and be okay with the compliment.
So with that, as you guys gather up, you call, I'm assuming Henry to let him know. Who is going to pick up Henry? Or Henry, are you going to get your bike?
I got my bike.
Okay.
I want my bike.
All right, get your bike. I need the audience to roll me a D12 for the weather for today. As Marla and Enzo leave their structure, the same way as we set it up last time, to go up to the roof, outside, there's 2 Tyrell cars boxing in your spinner.
Jesus Christ.
And you're on the call with whoever it is you'd like to be on the call with. That scene's up to you. If they're calling saying, hey, we'll meet you there. 4, thank you. Right now, it is beginning to snow.
Fuck is this shit?
Snow.
No, I mean these Tyrell shit.
I know. They're standing out there. They are armed this time. They have their weapons on them, but they don't have them drawn. The gentleman that you fucked over last time and made wreck is there. He's got his arm in a sling. The woman is standing next to the car. She's got bandages on her face and some burn marks on her hands. And he walks up with his arm in a sling, and he's like, "Oh, great seeing you again, Enzo. Same place. Hopefully not the same situation. Do you mind stepping into the spinner so we can have a private conversation?"
Oh boy, what happened to you?
Yeah.
Get yourself shaven?
Really fucking funny. No, I did not hurt myself shaving. Can we take a minute of your time?
Oh, looks like you've already got it, so
The spinner
You
door
arrange it, huh?
opens on like that's like a van style spinner. Tyrell Corporation would like to have a word with you.
Oh, a word. Oh. Yeah. Call me.
No, this is in person, please. You have an option. You can either try to get in your spinner and leave again, or you can get in the van, but I cannot promise you it won't be sucking up a shift of time, or maybe longer, depending on how the conversation goes. Or it might be really quick and you get out. Depends on what you say. And the other 2 look at Marla and they step in between you and separate Marla and you, so she's not able to like walk over or be a part of the conversation without yelling like an asshole.
Do I look like I care, though?
No, I know you don't, but I'm just telling you what they're doing to set the scene. Can we speak with you?
Marla's pulling out her badge and she's shouldering her way through.
When you go to shoulder your way through the two bigger guards that are in full armor, he in like helmets, he holds his hand up and puts his hand on his pistol. He's like, ma'am, if you just wait over here, please. This is a private conversation.
No,
You're not
interesting.
involved with.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't aware that you were an officer. Can I see your credentials? And she's going to pull her badge.
He's got private security. He works for the Tyrell Corporation. He's like, you're right. We pay for your salary. Please wait over there.
Oh, one of these
Cute.
fucks.
Do you wait or do you shoulder by anyway?
No, I'm going by.
Would you like to use a card since you are bullying your way in?
Yes.
All right. Boy, this could end really bad. So, there's a whole bunch of awesomeness. You could BS an easy ass shift, and you could make a roll of some form to say that this only takes half of a shift instead of a full. If this does go overboard for all of you, so you know. There is a don't worry if you're helping someone, you can do some healing. Because I have a feeling someone's going to get banged up during this if Marla is pushing through. And then if we do a chase, we do have some obstruction cards. But the most important card that you can put into play right now is there is distraction.
If there is.
If you play distraction, you can help cause a distraction during the scene if you are trying to cause a distraction. So between the two of you, you've worked with each other for a long time. Are you getting in the car, Enzo, or are you bouncing? Or are you like, fuck this, I'm getting in the spinner and just leaving. I have a job to do.
They clearly need to talk, and they can't handle calling my service. So, you know, I guess I'll get in the spinner. I'll see what they want.
Okay. All right.
What the hell?
So you get into the spinner. Marla, what are you doing? He walks towards the spinner to get in. And are you informing the rest of the team, including Henry?
I would say not immediately. Marla instead is going to go, well, if you're going to go ahead and have a little interview, I'm going to go take a shit. And she's going to head back towards her apartment.
Okay, so you're going back in the apartment. All right, well, Todd, one-on-one time. I am surprised you said yes on this one. Really, actually very surprised you said yes on this one.
It's a lot easier than having a fucking fist fight on the roof in the snow.
I don't know. Throwing people off rooftops is fun. So, as you get into the van, it is gray inside, yellow lights. There is a long-haired man with a beard. His eyes are milky on one side, and the other one is like a magnifying piece, like a zoom-in lens. He's obviously wearing gear. He's in a white lab coat that has a Tyrell symbol on it. And on the table in front, there is a briefcase. I'd like the rest of the cast to take their earbuds off. I'll do this when we're ready, okay? So, Enzo, thank you for taking time to speak with the Tyrell Corporation. Am I right to say that we heard you want to be in early retirement?
I think it's a little late for early retirement. But yeah, I'm looking
Living retirement?
one of these days, right?
He says, is that a semi-threat?
Oh.
Would you like a living retirement?
Gonna talk like this, huh? Okay.
We're
do you want?
offering you to pay to throw this case away. Enough to where you can move off world if you want. Throw the case away. Burn any evidence. Get rid of anything. Let it die.
So just...
They open the case,
Sounds like
and it is
really
like
expensive request.
they open the case. It's like Pulp Fiction. It's just full of money. On the left-hand side, you'll notice that there is a key there. That is to your new estate, your new home, off-world.
Where off-world?
Wherever you want me to key it to.
Like that.
This is yours if you throw the case away. I don't care how you do it. But you need to stop looking for Sarah, and you need to stop looking into any of Tyrell's involvement. Or maybe better versions of evidence will show up, and we'll arrest some other people on the case.
You know, I had a sneaking suspicion that was your sloppy work.
It wasn't sloppy. It's quite professional. We obviously aimed at the wrong person. We should have put maybe Lennox in or something instead.
Oh, yeah, the one that can prove you wrong.
Can't prove us
The
wrong
most
if you're
easily.
dead.
Now, that's true.
Your friend Marla that went downstairs, we have 4 people outside her window. Are you interested in this deal?
I mean, I can't say no.
Well, you could. There'd just be one less person.
Tell you what. Make sure there's a little bit more in there than what I see as a, you know, a
Incentive?
thank you for speedy and
I'm going to need a roll for that.
excellent service.
But I am not opposed to you making a roll for this. This would be, are you doing manipulation?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, give me a manipulation roll. I will remind you, we have a gold card if you want to use 2. We do have a turn a 1 to a 6 and a 6 to a 10. It's a legendary in case you need it. And then there's no disadvantage on this at all. But if you'd like to use an I know someone, maybe you know somebody on the Tyrell side where you're throwing some weight around, you're welcome to do that. I'll give you an advantage.
I know someone has not done well at the end of last episode.
Yeah, but you got to make the roll. If you make the roll, it works. They didn't make the roll. Yeah?
All right. Yeah, let's do I know
All right.
someone.
All right, I'll give you an advantage on your roll.
All right, and that's re-rolling the lowest of the dice.
Yes, you get to add an extra die to that roll.
You add it, you don't re-roll it. Okay.
No, you get 2 dice, basically. 2 of your lowest with that
We
advantage.
call it Void Tom for short.
Oh, so
3 successes.
3 successes, okay.
7, 9, 7.
Would you like to use the upgrade card to make a 1 a 6 or a 6 a 10?
Oh yeah, because that'll be 1 more success then. Yeah, let's do that.
And would you like to use Blade Runner checks the facts for an extra success? Would you like an extra success on top of that?
Yeah, let's throw another success in there. Make
What-
it 5.
Whatever you threw them around, the weight was heavy. And they stare you down for only a brief moment. They reach down and they grab a second one and stack it on top. And they slide them across to you.
Now that is what we're talking about.
Make it so. And the door opens back up, and you have 2 briefcases. Where would you like to put
Alright,
them
I
before
will-
getting getting Marla and meeting everybody?
I'm going to instead of going to my place, I'm going to the place I stash shit near my place,
Okay.
and we'll just put it in safekeeping.
So you're
there.
gone for a shift and then come back to get Marla?
No, I just meant. Well, I'm on top of my own building, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like
on your building.
in the building.
Oh, it's in. Oh, gotcha. Okay. On the
Someone
way.
comes into my place, they're not going to find it. But
I
it's
gotcha.
Nearby.
I gotcha. On the way, and then you go grab Marla, stash the stuff, and get a hold of everybody. The Tyrell Corporation leaves. Can I get an observation roll from Marla, please?
Absolutely. Let's see.
Thank you, Nessie, for the legendary and for the other card that we used.
Oh, that is that's not great. That's not great. That's only 1 success.
About 30 minutes pass, and finally you would hear back from Enzo. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing weird. Totally fine. All right, I'll take us back to everybody.
Absolute truth, by the way. They're just being dicks.
All right.
Feels
Marla, you ask anything in the spinner as everyone's riding together and meeting up at H2 Mars.
So, Marla's had 30 minutes
By
in
herself?
her house
Yeah, sure.
by herself.
Yeah, you're probably drinking.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Oh, of course, drinking.
Okay.
So, Tyrells are being awful persistent.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
that's them in a nutshell.
Yep, I'm hoping that interaction was worthwhile.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we're definitely on the right track. They're the ones that put that shit in the evidence logger.
They just came out and told you that.
Oh yeah, because they're threatening to do it again.
Oh, good. That seems
'cause it
on
didn't
brand.
work.
Were you?
Try it again. Get the same
If at
results.
first you don't succeed, plant more fucking evidence. Okay, cool. Did they come right out and say anything else that might be of assistance to us?
No, it's typical strong arm shit.
Okay, just bullying, threatening.
Yeah, standard.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can send the. I don't know. I mean, for them to pummel into that billboard yesterday and then come right back.
With a sling and bandaged up and looking like they got
You know.
rocked. They lost in a mosh pit.
Seems like whatever they were delivering was mighty important, maybe a little bit more important than just a simple threat. So I will have it in good faith that 4 days from retirement or no, your report will be thorough.
Always.
Okay. And for the record,
Cross the
this
I's
isn't
and dot
Marla
the
like
T's.
this isn't Marla like being sketchy or threatening or anything. This is just her saying like if you're withholding something, I know you have good reason to do so.
This is partners talking shady partner talk.
You get it.
All right. With that, everyone is on their way. We're going to cut to landing outside of this hydroponic place. But before I set the scene for where, I need to know, are we bypassing the gate and just landing right out front of this building? Or are you going to go through the proper procedures of like ringing the doorbell, that kind of shit? Or are you just spinnering down and landing out front and walking in?
I
How
have a
does the
question.
team decide they want to do this so I can set the tone? And this is in the industrial sector.
Okay. Marla's biggest question would be, does H2 Mars have any ties whatsoever with their hydroponics, any shared suppliers, vendors, whatever,
Never even heard of it.
with Thorn? Okay, cool.
Never even heard of it. The only way that would happen is if you want to play an I Know Someone card.
Cool.
So if you would like to do that, I'm willing to say you know somebody who may work there through the grapevine of your company. But that will tie your family's company to the case if something does go wrong. But it will get you an in.
I think right now we are good.
You
as
sure?
Blade runners.
Okay. All right. Are we landing down outside the gate or on the property? What does the group want to do? This song is hilarious.
Stokes,
I
you're the
think
one driving.
whatever-
Yeah.
I think whatever standard procedure would be for a Blade Runner, because we are on official business, we might as well just pull up right there. We're not gonna ask politely to like, please consider letting us come in and talk to you. Like we're coming in to talk.
We've got a warrant, right?
No. You know.
Oh, could I use my specialty to get a warrant?
Well, technically speaking, if you would like to get a hold of something, you can get an arrest warrant, but you have no one to arrest yet. You could get a retirement order if you need to retire in Nexus again, but no one to do that to. Really,
But no simple search warrants?
there's really not a search warrant. You just throw your badge around and walk into a place. There's nothing. Now, there are some gear pieces you could get if you wanted. You could get some standard equipment, some premium equipment, rare equipment. You could do drone surveillance on site. If you wanted to get drone surveillance, that one takes a shift to get a hold of. You would have to wait another shift, or actually during your free shift, you could have asked them to do it. You can get Animoid support. You can get wiretaps. Oh, search and seizure warrant. I lied. There is search and seizure warrant. If you'd like to get one, it takes a shift. It takes a promotion point.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend it.
Okay. You have to roll a connections roll, which is what Marla's good at.
That is a 10 and a 6 for 2 successes.
Yeah, they'll get it to you in half a shift because the chief was ready to go. They will get you a warrant. You'll have one to throw around. You can get help from another department. You can make formal complaints. You can request Spec Ops team. That takes a shift and it's 3 points. Is there any other gear that you would like to get between standard and premium gears on the gear list? That's something to look at. I would say before we get into the thick of it, or before next episode, if you decide you wanted some gear, we can say you guys made picks, but you'll have to spend your points. But you're landing down Sirens On, then, is what it sounds like. Is that right?
It's easier if we're throwing our weight around, yeah.
People do flee when they see sirens. You could just walk up with a search warrant and not warn anybody. You know what I mean? Depends on how if you're trying to make the bugs scatter so you can catch them running out of the building, or if you want to do it inside.
Yeah, let's go in waving our packages around.
Your blueberries?
Lights and sound, absolutely. Just
Waving your blueberries, that's what they're, right? Is that what they're called? Blueberries?
make them wet their pants.
All right. With that said, Henry, you come in on a bike. Your spinner is technically faster than them. Where would you be arriving? Or do you find them and come in with them?
I would find them.
Okay. So when you all touch down together, Sirens On, there is no lights on that you can see. It is a fairly large facility. It is numerous domes connected together, obviously made for like plant growing. You can't see into them. No one scatters. When you touch down, it takes a few moments, but that's like, it's that spinner kind of, and when you hit, large incandescent, like big parking lot lights turn on. Boom, boom, boom. And a spotlight shoots out of the building from the front door on the area. No loudspeaker turns on or anything, but it looks more like this place hasn't been lit up in a while. Who's going to the front door first? Who's kind of like leading this?
You say that, and Henry just kind of pulls up his jacket a little bit more, hat down just a little bit, cover up a little bit of his face.
Okay. All right. Well then, I moved the map on so you guys can see it. I also made it so the audience can see it. You will be approaching from the right-hand side, that entry area that's in. I'm gonna add your tokens onto the map here. I don't know if you guys can do it. You might be able to. I'm not quite sure. But I will add you individually. Whatever order you would like to come in.
I'll try again to get there. It wouldn't let me in earlier when I tried to get onto the map. That's when it cut all of you out and disconnected me from the call.
There's no animation on this map. If you ever have a problem with that, in the lower right-hand side, you can turn animations off on maps.
Yeah. I don't see a button that would let me do this.
It's in the lower right, I believe.
No, I'm looking at the lower right. I just see add a tracker.
Well, you gotta be in first. Well, add a tracker.
Yeah.
Oh, for your character sheet? It's they might have moved it. There's an area under, maybe it's under sounds, wherever your audio is, but you can turn off the animations.
Well, the good news is, for right now at least, it's fine and it hasn't blown up. And I will figure out how to do that before next week.
We'll do it after the show. Totally fine. You're even choppy. What is her? Your internet hates you right now.
There we go. It's alchemy.
Try downloading the app after this.
I do have the app open.
I
downloaded it before we started.
1, 2, 3. I'm missing a character. Who's on there? Henry?
Oh no, I'm on there. I think I moved and I got behind Allie.
Oh, gotcha.
There you go.
Peekaboo. Sketchy guy.
I won't delete this one then. I pulled another one on the map for you.
I have a twin.
When you get to the front door is sealed shut. With a little bit of work, you can get it open with no rolls required. If you're trying to be fast about it, it will require a roll. But right now, this place seems vacant, from what you can tell. What does the group want to do?
Continue the search, I would say.
Are you just busting the doors open, or are you going to have Lennox hack it?
Watson.
Do you want to hack it, or do you want to just break it?
Of course I want to hack it. In what universe do I not want to hack it?
All right. Well, then let me pull this up. This is a pretty secure building. I have a pretty good security rating. You'll be rolling opposed to me for successes on this versus having a static. But machinery can't push because there's no pushing. So that sucked for me. I didn't do that great, but we'll see what you get. Would you? There's no disadvantage or anything, so it's just a roll.
Okay. 3 successes.
So I easily bypass it. It is a pretty good security team. You don't see any signatures with your extra successes. You don't even see a security team like attachment, like you know how like on someone's house it says ADP. It doesn't say like Tyrell or local enforcement. It's just security. This is state of the art. It's pretty. An average person would not have been able to hack this easily. As you get the door open, there is a smell that is unfamiliar to everybody, and that is fresh air. It is pure, clean oxygen. The place is overgrown. It looks like it has not been maintained. And there are plants, and there's 2 floors inside this hydroponics area. Vines are growing over everything inside of here as well. On the far side across, you can see a 2nd floor. No people anywhere moving. The lights do flicker on after a little bit. They are like daylight bulbs. And some of the vines actually move towards the light and open slowly over the next couple of minutes to absorb light. What does a group want to do? And whatever you see on the map is here. I'll zoom it out a little bit for everyone to see.
A little disappointing. Thought there'd be a bunch of creepos working in here.
You would, yeah. And this looks like it hasn't been tended to, so I'll say it doesn't look like people just vacated. It's been vacated for a while.
Other information did we know about this place coming here?
Only the things that I've said so far to people who have made rolls.
Doesn't mean it can't be up front. I say we keep investigating.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it close to me, but I'm at least gonna pull out my gun and like walking with it, just like down at my side.
Adam, you're really quiet again. You're too far from your mic.
Dang it! Is this better?
It sounds like your mic keeps turning down, like you have an auto gain on it or something. Is really weird.
Really?
And I only have noise gate and echo cancellation on you, so there's nothing here for me. I have you cranked. Cranked you up. But with that, are you splitting up and searching the room and searching the area?
I think we could like Scooby-Doo it and go 2 and 2.
Yeah, I would Scooby-Doo it.
Cool. How do you want to split up the Scooby-Doo party?
I mean, I don't want to assume anything, but maybe the 2 talkers should split up with one of the other people. You know, just in case we get a situation where we're chasing someone in the rain or whatever.
Anyone's
Not
better
to-
at
I think I
combat than
would,
me, so
And I think that Marla would probably be inclined to take Lennox.
Okay.
there is a vested interest there if you think about it. Yeah.
So
Fair.
what
Yeah,
skill roll would you all like to make as you are investigating this place for me to be able to give some information to you?
I would think observation would be the most.
Okay, so you're doing observation.
face.
Okay. Are you assisting each other then with the observation? Is one assisting the other to give an advantage die?
For sure.
Yeah, if I can't see anything else that would pertain to tech, then yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of tech in here. Look at the fucking map. Oh,
Well, then
that's the other
I'll-
thing. You can also pull it up on your iPad. Alchemy works on iPads really well.
Ah, good to know. That I'll set that up for next
Ooh.
week. I will go tech then, and I will let Marla do observation.
Okay, so I need a tech roll and observation. What about the other half of the team? What would you all be doing?
Well, my skill set is great with people, but I think observation might be the
Sure.
key for
Can
what
make an
I
observation roll.
can contribute this time around. What about
Alright.
you? The other half of
Henry, what are you
You
good
old
at
man.
besides faking death? You're muted. That's what you're good at. Yeah, you're muted. Did you accidentally click the button on your... Is he muted for you all? Let me try muting you and unmuting you on my side.
Sure.
Try now, Adam. Keep
Hello?
talking. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Got it.
There.
Got me.
Yep. You're lagged
Okay.
though. You're a little lagged for me, I think. Try talking again. Nope, you're good
here
now.
I am.
It's
Okay.
resituated. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's OBS
right.
tonight. Imagine that. Tech gremlins with OBS. What would you be doing for your skill there, Henry?
Jeez. I mean, I'm more of a people person as well too. I think.
Do you want to just aid him in observation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
we'll do
means you would get one bonus die for an advantage. If everybody could give me their rolls, I'm going to kind of set the scene here while you're getting your rolls together. I just need to know how many successes you have. I don't need to know the numbers. As you begin to look around this place, within some of the plants with no observation roll needed, you start to find that the plants have grown over bodies. Under the plants, the actual vines have grown over them, and there are mushrooms growing out of corpses that are here. When the daylight comes on, the plants kind of grow towards the light, but some of them, when you go by them, do turn towards you. They don't make an attack, they don't do anything weird like that, but they definitely seem sentient enough to know that you're there. With that, the lights begin to flicker when you are searching this place. When the lights flicker once, twice, and on the fourth time, they turn off. I need to know what everyone's rolls were before we pull initiative.
4 successes.
4 successes. Imagine that. Lennox doesn't fail anything.
Look, I built her to be very good at one thing and one thing only in this technology.
successes. All right. And that's observation, right?
That is technology.
Tech. All right. And then what did you get, Allie, on your observation?
I had to push, but I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. And then what did Henry and... actually, sorry, not Henry. What did Enzo get with the assist from Henry?
3 failures. Nothing.
Nothing. Lights go off. You're like, fuck. Here's what I will give you on tech. The machines are still running. You know that for a fact. They are drawing power from a pretty big power grid. On the last success that you get out of that, because you did this so quickly, there is definitely an underground facility.
Below where we're at now.
Yeah, you guys are on the surface. These are just domes that are connected, but there's an underground facility. The reason you know that is when you peel back some of the plants, you saw tubes feeding some form of food up here for the plants. And it's not on site. There's no tanks in here that would be feeding that. Well, I will note to the north, that goes down. That's like a railing in a lower level.
Okay.
Observation rolls, every body that's in here is alive.
Weird.
Okay.
I need you to put yourselves on the map wherever you are. Lennox, where would you like to be on the map? Next to the tech?
Yeah.
I'll put you on the tech there. That's the most tech piece. What about the rest of you? Where would you like to be on the map?
Let's see, I failed. Let's go into a dark area just because it'll be more fun that way.
Okay.
Back over here.
I'll be with him. Everything's acting weird on me right now too.
I don't have any problems. Where would you like to be? Near him somewhere?
Yeah, I would say I would have stuck next to.
Okay. That's fine. I have it split up pretty well. You guys are in safe places. I will put us on the big map here. With you all divided up, when the lights turn off in the room, you see some of the bodies on the ground. The eyes flicker open and that reddish sheen for replicants on them. As they stand up with mushrooms and fungi growing out of them, they stand up out of the vines. You hear the snaps and pulls of the vines as everybody has one replicant next to their team. So there's one next to Marla and Lennox, and one that stands up next to Henry and Enzo. When they do stand up out of it, you can see they're snapping and pulling the vines, and the vines snap. There's like a liquid that is pouring out of these thick, like you're guessing, synthetic plants. As it sprays liquid all over the place, everybody has to give me a mobility roll before we pull and get it. I'm so excited for this. I didn't know if this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to remind people you can push. We do have some cards that can be played. We'll go around the table to see how bad it is for everybody. I'll leave with Allie. I'll do her last because hers doesn't look like it was very good. Adam, how did your mobility roll go?
One success.
One success. Are you happy with one success?
Really? I'm gonna. Hell, I'll push. One success still.
All right. So you push for one success. Okay. One success for you. We'll go to Mox. How did Lennox do?
3 successes. Thank you very much.
3 for you. All right. Enzo, how did you do?
1 success.
Okay. 1-1. All right. And then, oh, Marla. Are your clothes getting stained? 0.
Yeah, it's okay. I've got full closets, so.
0. With that said, when they spray all over everybody, it is a sticky substance, almost like the inside of like aloe vera, but in like a little more liquefied form. As it sprays on you and it hits contact with air, it immediately hardens. You have a disadvantage on all physical actions, Marla. Anyone who got one success dodges what happens. With that, we go to initiative. And remember the way initiative works, we just go down to the bottom of the chart. We take the first one and we're going to go through the board to see how this goes. For those who aren't here, the initiative cards are Streamloot cards. And we use one for each thing, including the creatures. The creatures draw 2 cards each. The good old, and that means the plants, because they are a part of this, and the 2 replicants. So I'm going to go back to the big map here. We're going to start, we're just going to go across. We're going to start with Marla. Marla, you have a 1 from Kyler. You are first in the initiative turn. Look at you.
Kyler!
The next one up after that is going to be a 5, which is for Lennox. Lennox has a 5. After the 5, we can't use the 1, so the next one is a 10 for Enzo.
Oh, man.
And then after that
old man.
is a 7 for Henry. And then I'm going to do replicant 1. He goes, I can't do a 1, I can't do a 7. So he is going to go at a 2. 2 and 4. That's what the replicants are going to go at. And then we have one more that can go. The only thing I can really do is if I have a 6, see what's next here. Boy, we're going to use a 6. So that's Kyler's Serving Hands. Nessie of the Lake, thank you for all your initiatives. So that means Marla at 1, Replicant at 2 and 4, Lennox at 5, Plants at 6, And then Henry at 7, Enzo at 10. I am going to go through Marla only, and then to the replicants, and then we're cutting the show. Marla,
Right.
you're first. The sticky stuff is all over your uniform, on you, in your hair, and it is hardening quick. And you have memories of your family working with, like, trying to find out how to make synthetic plants. Everything turns out like glue. It doesn't turn out the best. Chemicals were the only way to go, but they have been looking into how to get plants into this. And I reminded you that, you know, you could say you know somebody, but we're like, we'll see if we need that at all. Would you like to know somebody to know what the fuck is going on?
I would absolutely like to do that, yes.
Awesome. Unfortunately, you do know somebody, and your mother was researching how to use plants, and she has brought these very similar vines home at some point, and they were making masks out of them to pull dead skin off. Like, you know, you would wear a facial mask. There's a chance your mother may know something about this.
Okay.
I said you knew somebody. I just didn't say who it was. You've never heard of
But it just happens to be someone who's dead. This is...
You got it.
Okay.
So dad would be maybe next in line, or a family member who's left, or your lovely secretary.
God damn it, Carolina, you bitch!
So,
okay.
I would like to point out that with your action, you are slowed. You have a disadvantage in all physical activities. What would you like to do for your initiative?
So these replicants have just all stood up. We see their eyes flicker open, and this nasty shit has sprayed at us. Feeling very offensive, Marla is going to go ahead, and she is going to draw her PKD 5223.
Okay.
And her badge as she presents it and says, LAPD, don't move a muscle. And I will hold my action of firing.
All right, what are you holding to? The replicants to see what they do?
Offensive. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, the replicant that's next to you, as it snaps the vine and comes forward, you can see that they have not only the mushrooms kind of growing out of different pockets on them, they are actually like almost like a moving planter. They have like pods with a bunch of holes in the shoulders for spores to grow out of. Like they were built this way. And it reaches out to grab a hold of you with their action. Would you like to fire on your action?
Does it appear to be like an offensive kind of hold, or are they more just like,
I just want you to
hello,
remind
what
you
are
that we're playing Blade Runner, a replicant that has mushrooms growing out is trying to grab you, and you want to know if it's offensive.
Let's do that, pew pew.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You have disadvantage on your roll?
Yep. But that's a firearms roll, correct?
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Beautiful. Let's do this. One success. That's not great.
Would you like to push?
You know what? Let's make Salt and Pepper proud.
Cannot believe this.
That makes it. That makes it 2 successes.
Okay. 2 successes. That hits me. You clip him once. As it puts a hole into him, he continues moving forward. I am going to try to grab you on my action with this replicant.
Okay.
Let's see if I even get successes before I have you roll.
Shit. Wait.
What's wrong?
Okay.
What's wrong? Are you worried? What?
I had disadvantage on that roll.
You do.
And I didn't roll with disadvantage.
A disadvantage, you just
But
take
then
the
I
lowest
realized-
die away. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I would have pushed it regardless, so we're good.
Okay. So you push.
Yeah.
Remember, it's physical, because this is a physical activity. I am also going to push. All right. Well, are you happy with what you got?
For you said that was going to be force or hand to hand?
It's hand to hand.
Hand to hand? Okay. Let me just quickly bow.
I will say we
I'm
do
very
have
unhappy.
a bonus for grappling if you would like a bonus for grappling, because that is what I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, Eric, I would like to go ahead and cash in on that 1 to a 6 card.
Oh,
That
that's
legendary that
I'm
was,
sorry
played.
to say that's already gone for some reason.
Nessie just played that an hour ago, really?
It's gone. It was privately used. That's all I'll say.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh. Do a little refresh. And try not to panic.
Now is the time to panic.
Let's do that grapple. Yeah.
Okay. So you can use the grapple one, which is it is a purple card. It's a hold still. Get a crit on a successful grapple check. So long as you make contact, as our rolls against each other, you can crit instead, which may beat me.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and push.
All right. Which means you take a physical. You only push once.
Okay, well, it just fell into a weird dice pocket in my rolling tray. Okay.
Dice pockets on your
That's
table?
a 5. So
It's got pockets.
Okay. Push the crit will get you. You're not successful. So don't push the crit. We'll leave the card alone. I got 1 success. All you needed to do was to get 1. He grabs onto you, and when he does, he wraps one of the vines around your neck. That's my action with that one. The other one moves towards the nearest person on the opposite side with Enzo. Because I get to go both of them on their turns. I'm going to move him over here, put a second one. He appears between the two of you, gets up. Let's see here. Enzo made the roll, but Henry was helping. I'm going to attack Henry. As it comes up out of the vines and it goes to grab onto you. I need you to make me your hand-to-hand. I didn't do too well. I did okay.
Boom. 3 successes.
That's more than enough. He goes to grab you, kick it away. When you kick him, you can see the shell that they have on them cracks like their skin. Almost like they haven't been completed because they have the stuff growing on them. And it cracks and spores start to pour out into the air around him. No roll required. Just letting you know what's happening. That was their first action. Second action, he's going to go again and try to grab you. Roll again.
Damn it! I kicked you away once. Go away. Oh, fuck me. I gotta.
Would you like to push?
Yeah.
All right, give me your push.
That is another 3.
Okay.
Go away.
Now, I will say we do have a extra success card, so as long as you get 1, you can get an extra success.
I'm Gucci with that.
What'd you get?
I got 3.
Three successes? Would you like to push for 4? Because you can get an extra success with the card. Do you want the extra success? 4. I got 1. That's 3. He goes to grapple you. You get a hold of him. What would you like to do with your successes?
I want to.
You doing damage? Or you pinning him?
I want to use it. He's coming at me to grapple. I want to just like parry his hand out of the way, get behind him, and just slam him into the wall.
All right. I need you to roll me a D6 for a crushing injury, because that is considered a crit. Because you beat me by so many. Yep.
That is going to be a 3.
You grab his hand, and Enzo, you see as you turn around, when he grabs him and blocks, he shatters the replicant's hand. Like, fingers are just mangled. And he tosses the guy from him. I mean, like, fuck this thing up. The camera slides back over to Marla and to Lennox. As it is got it around your neck, it grabs onto the vine and starts to pull to hoist you off the ground. I need you to give me, this time, it's not a hand-to-hand. You have to give me a force strength roll.
Cool.
On Jedi. Force. Use the force. Use the force.
That is a 1 and a 3 for no successes.
Would you like to push? You can push every roll. You do take a physical if you push.
Yeah, I'm not doing too great. I'm not doing too great.
Welcome to Blade Runner, where dying is easy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Let's see. So wait a minute. So I took 2 physical already, meaning that I have 2 more left. Luckily, that means I only have... Okay, I'm just adjusting my sheet. I'll push one time.
Do it.
It's still 0 success.
What you got?
It's the exact fucking same.
I crit you. I got a 10 and an 8. You take 1 point of damage from this as I hoist you off the ground. It does crushing damage. I got a concussion as he hoists you up and you slide all the way up and you hit the beam on the ceiling with your head. You have disadvantage to observation and tech. It's not lethal.
Hey, Eric?
Yes.
How does death work in this game?
We will discuss that next episode. As we close out ours with you hitting your head like a bell ringing, and he holds it with one hand and he turns and looks at Lennox. And he picks up your pistol off the ground.
Oh, no.
I don't like this trend of ending episodes with a gun pointed at me. I just gotta say, I don't love it.
Great.
I don't love it.
I think it's fantastic. With that, everybody, we're going to end there for the evening. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the second episode of Blade Runner. This one is going to be starting off with a bang. I think we're going to blow through our initiative cards. If everyone doesn't die. There's only 2 replicants, and they are wounded, and they are injured. They're cracked, their shells aren't good, but the ramifications for these ones are great. Lots of secrets during this episode in honor of secret time. Does anyone have any shows this week before I go into our closing speech? No shows this week?
On Sunday you can find me over on Outsiders in Ambrica, on Femme Gamer Party on Twitch.
Were your characters alive?
Thanks for rubbing that in, Eric.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Yes.
Todd, you got anything new? Anything from Enzo,
No.
Smoking Stokes?
I don't. No, I know at the end of Dragonlance, I'm like, I'm coming back. I got all these things I'm going to be releasing. It's going to be amazing. I haven't had time to work on anything.
Don't worry.
So,
Don't worry. We have Campaign 2 coming up for Athantia. Plenty of stuff to do.
Yes.
I know. Allie's cheering in the background. Moxie, what about you? You're still alive. You do have a gun that's getting ready to get pointed
I'm
at you.
still alive. I also have a gun, though. Am I good at using my gun? Not particularly, but we will figure that out next week. That's a next week Mallory problem.
All the physicals on the other side of the room.
It is a shame. I was like, everybody's better at combat than me. Who cares who my
Best split the
partner is?
party, Scooby-Doo. Smart people over here. Combat people over there.
Fine, everything's okay. I don't actually have any more shows this week, which is wild.
You're on break?
I am kind of on a break right now. But please know in the meantime, I'm not resting. Why would I do that? I'm writing things. I'm prepping for 2 big projects that are both going to happen early next year. And we're just like taking all the time in the world to get them ready, which is great for me. And the announcement that was going to happen this past weekend will actually be coming out within the next couple of days. My sister surprised me and came early. We went to the Jonas Brothers last night.
Oh,
She
nice.
came in town early, so I didn't have time to work on anything over the weekend because I was out with my sister. But it is coming, I promise. And I think it will be worth it. At the very least, though, I can say that I'm back in the GMC, probably for the last time of the year, unless something comes up. I'm excited. I want to be back. And it's a system I've not run before.
Oh, that'll be fun. Are you allowed to say what system it is?
I mean, I can't. I'm the one that's doing anything.
Oh, well, then
I'm
that
allowed to
doesn't
do
matter.
whatever I
Then no
want.
one can play it yet.
I know it's not my system.
Oh.
I can say what I want. I'm producing the show by myself. I can say
Gotcha.
whatever
I thought you were
want.
saying it was your system. I'm like, that doesn't
No.
help.
No, it's not my system. No, it's gonna be Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, some COC. I am a huge Cthulhu fan. That's what our box is next month that we're giving away is a Cthulhu box for watching paint dry. Well, that's awesome.
So in other words, I gotta start getting back into those. They're at a time where I'm at work, but now I'm gonna start taking my lunch break to try to win.
You can get Ko-Fi tickets. You can play after the fact. You don't have to be present. I mean, obviously you get laughs presently, but there's other ways. Well, that's awesome. I'm excited to hear more about that. Adam, what do you got going on?
Well, this Friday, season 3 of Harbingers, episode 4 is coming out.
Okay.
Over on Gone Rogue Entertainment. It's been a crazy wild ride. We jumped into a lot of crazy shit last week for that.
Seems like a trend between GMs. I feel it.
Yeah, right. All the crazy shit's happening, and there's a lot of like bad combat that happened in that one as well too, and other shit that's coming out that's really crazy. Monday night, I mean, would we just call it John Wick?
It is the Continental, yeah, John Wick Continental. Yep.
So with the Switch, John Wick craziness over here on Erik Frankhouse Presents next Monday for episode 2. Now that we're all super spy killers or something,
assassins.
I don't know.
You work for the table.
We're assassins.
It's great.
It'll be super cool. And then we're back here for episode 3. We're like
halfway,
third episode for this guy next week, which is crazy.
Well, to the cast, wave bye everybody. Bye everybody. I'm gonna go over to solo cam. So as a GM, have you ever felt like you knew how things were gonna go? And I knew because I said plants here that Allie, as a human, would be so into it that she'd be the one that got choked out by a vine. I had a really good maybe that it would be her. But Dice decided it's true. With that, we will be back next week for the 3rd episode of 4. We'll see if our lovely Blade Runner makes it. And for all the people who are watching out here, when headphones are off, man, the secrets. I promise it'll be something big towards the 4th episode. We'll see how it turns out. Allie's got a camera picture for us here. Allie, what are you doing? Is that a vine around your neck, Allie?
I'm just...
It's
method acting, okay?
Wave us by, everybody. Allie, you know how it goes. What side and what side? Over here, you can hit subscribe, and you can subscribe to EFP. Over on that side, next to her head where the vine is, there's going to be a video for you to watch. I don't know what the video will be. Probably Dragonlance, maybe John Wick. Tune in next Monday at 8 p.m. CST as we continue with Everyday Heroes John Wick as they escape the Continental right during the 1st episode of the Continental TV series. Hopefully no one gets shot.